And we're live, and we are live and late, but we're still here. Better late than never, right? Shout out to the people going out to work this morning. Shout out to the people coming in from work this morning. Extra special big up shout out to the people who work multiple jobs. I have the utmost respect for you. Shout out to my entrepreneurs, my stay at home moms and pops, my retirees. Shout out to the drivers, the Uber driver, Lyft driver, truck driver, taxi driver, food delivery drivers, round town and long distance truck drivers. Shout out to the crossing guards, the school teachers, law enforcement personnel, medical field personnel, military personnel. Whatever it is your job description is, shout out to you. Shout out to every single clean hearted, good hearted person who wants good for others as much as you want good for yourself. I don't know why I feel like I'm shouting this morning, but here we are. I guess it's because we're running so late. We're significantly later than we would normally be. So we're just going to carry on with the live this morning. It's not going to be a long live, but whoever missed it this morning can catch it later. So we are going to lay it out as if they were here. And then tomorrow morning, God's Pure Life will promise to be much earlier than we are today. All right. Had a few things happen this morning, which I can share with you. I woke up this morning and did some work, and then it was time for my son to wake up to go to school. I'm hear him shout out from the bathroom, ah! So I'm running out of the bathroom because I thought something was really wrong with him, and there was blood everywhere. Blood everywhere because his nose was bleeding. So Kai had a nosebleed this morning, and we had to take care of that. Then he said he didn't feel too good. He didn't want to go to school. So we kept him home from school, but Milani wanted to go to school regardless. So she just left here and she was super disappointed that I didn't start the live so she could do her outfit check segment. Because when I hugged her to say goodbye, she was like, outfit check. And I said, we don't do outfit check this morning, baby, because daddy is not up yet. And she was like, oh, why? She kept saying, why? I said, we just didn't get started yet. It's late. And she was like, oh, you're kind of, oh, man. So she's off to school. Didn't do an outfit check today or anything like that. And I put up a video this morning, which was very important to put this video up because timing is everything. It's the video that has to do with um, Sean P. Diddy Combs' new bail hearing, which started on Friday of last week and is supposed to continue this morning. I'm going to put up the video and put the video up with using old pieces from other videos, and I forgot to, in editing, cut the sound out of the old pieces, overlaid it with my new voiceover, so the video had 3 different sounds playing at the same time. Had to take that video down, and just one bag of something I go on from morning. It's Monday morning. We call it, some people call it Manic Mondays, because you're coming off of a relaxed weekend. I know it's time to get back to work. You got to go to in traffic. You got to beat the clock. You got to get there on time. You got to this, that is no different from all of us who work from home. So here we are, but we don't call it Manic Monday. We call it Money Making Mondays. Put a positive spin on it. We also say that we're happy to be here and we're happy to be able to have a chance to do this all over again, right? Me late, bad. Reggae girl, late, super late. But yeah, I guess you're coming in late too again, so you missed the explanation. It's a long explanation. I'm not gonna go over it all morning. You can return or rewind the video and hear the whole explanation of why we are so late this morning. All right, Miss seeing her legend, her outfit check. Stacey Ann Williams, she missed it too. She was highly disappointed. You know how kids get attached to things pretty easily. That was a positive way for her to start her day off as well. And she see the little hearts going up and stuff. I told her, I said, look, the hearts are going up for you, baby girl. And she liked that. She liked that. So, but that's what it is. I search, reggae girl. Yeah, man, we did just late, but here we are. We have a few things to talk about this morning. We're gonna make the live and impactful. When we say short, we're probably talking about an hour and a half, not the 3 hour thing that we're used to past 2 weeks or a week and a half or so. So we're gonna deal with that. This Roger Wright says, yeah, life is really lifing this week already, and it just starts. Today is the 25th of November, 2024. We are heading towards the end of November, and December will be following right after. Shortly after, it will be the end of the year. Shout out to Sinka Limited, my Jamaican people, the people who are in Jamaica, or the people who are close to your Jamaican family. This is a nice present that you can buy for your family in Jamaica. You know, someone travel to Jamaica a lot, and when you go home, if you live way up in the country part like where I live, and it is dimly lit, this is a nice present for your family. You can get in touch with Sinka Limited. Sinka Limited has all your solar lighting needs. I'm talking about light bulbs for inside of the house, right? Imagine you can put your bulbs outside and they soak up the sun and they're powered by the sun, and then you use them inside the house and they light up the inside of the house just as bright as your electric bulb lights, right? They have outside lights which are like them look like government light when they do street lights, big and bright. They have people on the ground in Jamaica who will come to you and who will set it up for you or your family members. It's a nice gift for your family back home, and it's not expensive at all, right? So Sinka Limited is the place to go. I will put up Sinka Limited Gmail and their phone number on this video, and I will pin it so that everybody can reach out to them. Reach out to them before the holiday rush starts. Because once we say it here, a lot of people are going to be trying to, send grandma or send mommy them a couple of these and send the people them go fix it up around the house and do something nice for them and these kind of things. And you don't want to get caught in a rush and they not be able to deliver. They are available island wide across Jamaica. So reach out to them when I put the numbers up, Sinka Limited, and they will be able to take care of all your solar needs. I just think it's a cool thing. Plus, you will see my little Sinka Limited ads running on videos that I'm putting up. I'm sure a lot of you have seen them already. You see how bright those lights are. Those are solar powered lights. Those are not electric lights. So that's a good thing too. No JPS bill for Stranglio. It's God's son. That's it. All right, so reach out to them. 500 people watching, like up the live. 538 watching, 121 likes. It's all good. Please hit the thumbs up button as you enter the live, please. I appreciate you greatly, Audrey. I appreciate you greatly, Navarro Foster. Thank you. Listen, what we're going to talk about this morning, you notice the headline, Pretty Boy Goes to Prison. Pretty Boy Goes to Prison is one. Then we're going to talk about the JLP conference that they had yesterday. I don't know about you, but the JLP conference had a pretty big turnout. It's politics time again in Jamaica. And for those of us who are deeply rooted in Jamaica and its happenings, who do you think is going to win this general election? Do you think that Jamaica will retain its current Prime Minister, Andrew Holness, or do you think that Mark Golding and the People's National Party will beat Andrew Holness for the Prime Ministership of Jamaica? Who do you think it's going to be and why? Are you in favor of Mark or are you in favor of Andrew? We're going to talk about all these things. I saw a lot of things go on. Whole heap of perks getting thrown out. You know, I'm sure you've heard me say this like a dozen times or more already. I said Jamaica should have election every year. Because if Jamaica had election every year, the people then would get everything, every Jamaica would have be a nice place. Because the people then would have get everything every year. I have never seen so many perks. Maybe it's because now I'm getting older and I'm outside of Jamaica. I can actually sit back and look and see the strategies that they play. And we're going to talk about all those this morning. Whole heap of trickery involved. I can't even believe it. And I'm like, how come we never see this like before when we are grow up? But when you're growing up, you're so busy growing up, in a big people, something like politics and them, something like. But now you're a big smarty. You pay close attention to it, cause play thing out of your way. Now you can really look on it and say, my God. So we're going to talk about all that. I think, and then 7-on-1, if you saw the headline for the video this morning, 7-on-1. 7-on-1. For those of you who saw the video that went viral, I saw it this morning for the first time. I was up early this morning sharing some videos to the WhatsApp chat room. Don't ask me to get in there. It's full. There's a lot of people in there. The people them that are in there are not leaving. Shout out to some of the people them. When I post the video of the guy that get chopped up this morning, some of you in the chat were saying, Jesus Christ, I was that's some gruesome rotted chop up the brother. You know, as big people, right? Learn to sidestep trouble. I don't know if y'all are like me. I will have a gun on me loaded, fully ready to go. And I trust me when I say I'm ready to go. And I'm still sidestepping any trouble that me can sidestep. I'm protected and still sidestepping trouble. I don't want trouble. I don't want no trouble. Some people, as grown people, we walk ourselves into trouble, you know, and then you get the worst part of it. Why, when we look on that chop up video there, I don't know who's here now who was in the chat room this morning when I posted them. But a couple of you was in there and was like, Jesus Christ, I wasn't ready for this early in the morning. And, you know, I have to post the content, okay? So we used to have rules on the chat room. We don't have those rules anymore because news happens. And this is one place where we can actually view the stuff. So when we come over here and talk about the stuff, we don't know what me I talk about. The only rules we have in that chat room is don't post any pornography if it has to do with minors. Come in that. And I don't want you to get in trouble in that room as well. So, with the 7-on-1 video, the man who put the gun and is afraid to use it is the most dangerous man. Facts, Bob Cosmic says. Yes, Bob. And I have another saying too. It says a warrior prays for peace. A warrior always prays for peace. Because a warrior knows what war is, right? So a warrior will, I pray for peace all the time. Me don't want no drama. I don't want nothing kick off with nobody. You see me out the road, you can call me all the way you want to call me. Talk you want post it, big this, anything. I'm good. You trust me, you won't hurt my ego, my feelings, and all that for me is in check. You not draw me out for me, go do nothing to end my own life or mash up my own life, call me end yours or something like that. It has to be where it is truly required for me to take action in order to put me in action, right? We've put those days behind us where we did wild and we head did hot and nobody couldn't tell me nothing and a boy can't talk to me like that. And we're not in that no more. The brother will get chopped up in the video that I showed you. One of them circumstances there. And I am sure that at some point, when that machete strike him skull the first time, that you know that point where your mind says, God Almighty, me could have avoided this, you know. Cause remember, you know, you're not bound to win all the time, you know. You're not bound to win every fight all the time, so don't go around looking for fights. Some people are convinced that when guns were made, I feel them alone get mech, and then the gun factory them closed down and nobody else don't have gun. Or knives were being made, or machetes were being made that nobody else have any except for them, or they are the only one that was given bravery, so them alone can run up on a boy and chop it up and stab him up. And I know you alone, so don't go looking for trouble. I can't stress this enough. For I hate seeing grown people put themselves in a predicament like this and then family are ball out. Whoa, Jesus Christ, you did too big for that, bro. You were too old for that. You were too grown for that. You have to flex like grown people. The 7-on-1 video this morning, I couldn't post it in the chat room because it is along our guidelines, right? An incident happened in Jamaica where a schoolgirl is in a room with 7 boys or 7 young men. Me not lie, them young man, they look like some big man to me, but still, especially the one that you have on the red marina. Him not have on no school clothes. I think him have on school pants though, so you can still see, but him take off him school shirt. Some of you have seen the video. I couldn't post it because I don't want to circulate. And this is my warning to everybody else. If you ever get one of these kinds of videos, please do not forward the video. May I tell you, do not share the video. I can't stress enough, don't share the video. There's a youth up here his story is, long story short, he shared, somebody sent him one of them kind of video there. He, like anybody else, share the video to a chat, share the video to a friend, share the video. You know, so police show up at his door though. Police showed up at his door. Not only did police show up at his door, he was arrested. They took his device, they searched it. In his device was found the material. He was charged with harboring that type of a material with minors on it. He is now a registered sex offender in the United States of America. Just like that. So please, if you don't live here, if you live here, I can talk about here. I don't know how the rules govern in Jamaica. You can have anything on your phone and share it and whatever. In the US, cybersecurity is big. They have cybersecurity experts out there that are doing things that you aren't even trained to do. So eventually, some of them might tap into your device and see this type of material. And then, you know, next thing you know, they're knocking on your door. And your excuses, but I wasn't the one in the video, and I wasn't the one that made the video. And that's what the boy was saying too. He wasn't the one that was in the video. He wasn't the one that made the video. Somebody forwarded the video to him. He forwarded the video on. They did not care. A lot of people were protesting, saying it's because he's black, why they're doing him like that. Listen, at the end of the day, no matter how many times y'all gonna say I'm black, that's why they doing me like that. I've never seen that line work yet. So may I give a fair warning. I saw the video this morning because there's another chat that I'm linked to, and that brother is a subscriber here, and he gets all the videos. So him link me to him chat, him says, SouFlo, feel free. So when y'all see me randomly posting videos into our chat, I'm getting them from his chat. He knows what we do here. So I said, SouFlo, can you talk about all the story them? So I want you to see the picture of them and the video them of the story them where y'all talk about. So I'm scrolling through his chat this morning. It wasn't sent to me. I'm scrolling through his chat this morning to see Wagwan, right? And I was like, boom, the buck up on that video there. The 7 boy them in the room with the girl. We'll talk about that in a minute. What happened in the video and what her dad had to say. And you men better be there for your picnic them, girl and boy, and all these things we'll talk about. But the first thing I thought when I saw the video is I can't watch it. Soon as I scroll up to the video and I saw it, I said, wifey was standing right there and I said, babe, me find the video. She said, which video? Me said, the one with the boy them. Because it was hot news all over Jamaica all weekend. They were brought into custody. They caught them. All the boys, except for one, I think, is on the run. The rest of them are in custody. I said, babe, me find the video. She said, me no want to see it. Because me no want to watch nothing like that. That's the first thing my wife said. I said, I don't want to see it neither. But in order for me to speak about it, because I don't want to be accusing somebody of something that wasn't seen when there is proof there as to what might have happened. So I want to see it one time, and then that's it. So I will watch it over on his chat, and then we'll leave it right there. So with a message, of course, that anybody who has this, who played it or whatever, forward it to law enforcement and get it off your device. Forward it to law enforcement and take it off of your device. May I say it one more time? I that them get the youth get frigged up with, because he would get these types of videos all the time and he would save them to his device. Forward it to law enforcement and take it off your device. Me warning. All right. Wife says she don't want to see it. Me start play it. She hear the one bag of knives in her room. She run come over there anyway. So I was glad that she ran over there because we both saw it at the same time, right? After that, we did exactly what I'm telling everybody else to do. So I didn't share it to the chat room, but I did see it. The youth them were back up the little girl in the room like that. First of all, what I've heard is that them take away her school bag or something like that and run going to our house, and she was running them down for her school bag, and so she end up in the house. That's a trick. That's a trick. You have to teach your youth them to be intellectually wise, school book wise, but you also have to teach them to be aware of their surroundings and what we call street wise. You know, so from me, a little youth, a kick stone, I go to school in Jamaica. That was a trick where the older boys, them used to see them play them trick upon girl, you know. Run in our room, grab our bag and run in our room, or grab our whatever them grab from her, and run into a space where you know it's dark around there, dimly lit, this kind of stuff. Them a carry go around, they go feel her up or something like that. And the girls would always run after them for them things. But then when them reach that, so they're like, give me my things. And them like, come on, man, come get it. And some of the girls would go back there if you go get it. And before you know it, she and a boy around there ramble up and you know him have her in a this and him a push up hand on that skirt and down in a shirt and all this forget back her school bag, you know. So your picnic go school today and she get feel up top to bottom before she reach back her yard this morning. Real something will happen. Apparently in this particular case, that's what happened. They grab her school bag, but them did have this plan. Grab her school bag and run in her house, and she run in the house, run them down feet till them reach the house. I heard that she ran into the house with them, and that's how she ended up in the house. Because when I was first told about the video, I said, then what? Why one girl feel like she fit in her room? This is without me seeing the video. Why one girl feel like she fit in her room with 7 boy picnic? This not sound right. Then I heard that this is how it went down, and that's how she got into the house. Well, all I can tell you is this. What I saw on the video was they were in action. They were in action. And apparently all the others had gone already. And this them called battery or run train. Apparently all the other boys had gone already. And at this little youth time look like the littlest one out of all of them. I feel him turn figure next. Stella Gray Passmore says, who is Pretty Boy? Pretty Boy is on the icon for this video this morning. Matthew is his name. Matthew Hyde is who we call Pretty Boy. Call him that for a reason. We'll get to that story when we get to it. Them in a room with a little girl, and apparently everybody done do them thing already. And next person. So them really a take turn upon her, right? And the last youth now, him like him a try and she no want him upon her or something like that. So she a fight him off. And him start fight her. And him start give the girl some lick. Beat her up, you know. Beat her up, and then you can hear the boys in the back saying stuff like, relax yourself and give the man some of the pussy, man. Relax yourself and give him. I have to wonder, like, what is up with our children? Cause, and I know this ain't every one of our children. Shout out to the good youth them out there. You know, we do them the right thing. And shout out to the parents who are teaching their youths properly and holding them accountable and raising them right and them not in a nothing like this. You know, we can't make it look like everybody. But some of we youth them last bad. Last bad. Youth is a rapist. And have 6 other youths around him encouraging him. And I tell the girl to relax herself, make him do him and do and these things. I mean, as Parchment says, they are being exposed to too much at home and online. Yeah, I agree. We've had this conversation before. And I said to the parents out there, please remember that any one of your youth them that have a phone, if they have an Android, iPhone, whatever, if them have a smartphone, they have unlimited access to stuff that you will be bashful trying to explain to them what that is. Because some are grown big and still not see nothing like somebody sitting with them on the phone. Your picnic curious. Them a watch that from the first day you give them phone. And a lot of parents aren't even monitoring what their children are watching on the phone. I remember when I went to go hook up all my kids' phones and tablets and stuff. And the lady at the phone place said, you got a lot of kids. You a good daddy. You pay for everybody's phone bill? I say it's my responsibility, right? She said, man, I'm a parent like you. and these kids get out of line online. So, and she told me about an app, and she said, this app right here is what I use. And you can go on it and you can see 24/7 what any of your kids are doing on their phone. If they just searched for a new bicycle on Amazon, you're going to see it. If they went into any porn or anything, you're going to see it. Everything they do, you can see it. You can also track them through the app, long as their phone is on them. So if one of your kids are at Linden Street and 21st Avenue and that's 50 miles away from your home, it's going to show you on the app. The app even shows you how fast they're moving. So you can know if they're in a vehicle or if they're moving on foot, etc., right? I said, thank you, because I didn't even know that stuff like that exists. And I need to spread this to other parents, because the kind of stuff that is online is really corrupting a lot of the youth, their mind. And the youths they don't have anybody to explain to them, or they become intrigued by this stuff that they see. And then next thing you know, their mind becomes obsessed with it, and then they're experimenting with it. And then, yes, them peers, D3D, them peers, they start licking head with the same peers who, yo, you see this? Look here. Watch out. John, come look here. Watch out. Lord, fire, look here. Yo, man, do this to one girl, you know. You may want to do it too. I wonder what it would I feel like. And before you know it, your kids are caught up, man. Caught up and heading to prison. Such is the case in this particular video. Watching the video was ill. It was crazy, the part that nobody is saying stop. Nobody said this wrong. Nobody, you have to teach your picnic them to say them friend will carry them, like Miss Ruby used to tell we. Your friend them will carry you go places where you yourself and them can't carry you come back from, right? You have 6 friends around you, and not one of them makes sense, because not one of them is telling you, say, this way I do wrong. Stop. Boy, brother, with the start already, yes, but make we stop, because it's wrong. Everybody out there, so 7 of you together couldn't save each other. Everybody encourage the next one to do more of the wrong. And it goes from that to beating her. Then them start beat her upon video. If you see the video and see how the girl fight, and if you see the video and see how the little boy fight the girl, and the man a fight to him pants down, and him a pull up him pants and a fight her, and the other youth them in the back a tell her about, just lay down and give the man so help us, man. Relax yourself, man. And little girl, wherever you are, you need help. You need some serious help. You need some serious help. I can't say if you did do this willingly or not, because you're a child, so none of this wasn't willingly, nothing. Coercion, force, everything was at play in this video, obviously. And she fought. She fought. And when them back her up in the room gonna have one way in, one way out, as the camera pan round, and you can tell. And the 6 boy them there at the door. So she alone can't fight 6 boy to come out of her room there. Y'all protect your daughters, man. Wanna protect on the daughter them. Me I talk about, yeah, protect your son them too. But I think we need to educate our sons. Yeah, protect them too, because predators are out there that prey on them too. But your daughter, I want to see how I am with my daughters. You protect your daughter, because girls and women, you don't want to hear this, but nothing beats a cunning fox that's a male. And I know you're a woman in your life. I can outsmart any man. And I'm sure you remember how much man outsmart you and sweet talk you. And you find out, say, it wasn't what you thought it was going to be. But you done give him some of yourself already, right? Yeah. So I'm playing games with you and all these things. Our daughters don't know these things. You know, they walk into these things. So it's important for us to let them know, so them kind of something here happen out there. I love watching crime stories. The other night I was watching a story where it was a sad situation, because a couple that was raising their children together bought a nice home in the suburbs. Black couple bought a nice home in the suburbs. You know, they have a boy and two boys and a girl. And no, two girls and two boys. Two girls and two boys, because one of the boys ended up turning to drugs and dying after, based on what happened in this situation. Mother and father couldn't keep it together, so they got divorced. The man left the house and left the house with his wife. His boys went to go live with him because they said they don't want to live with their mom. And the mom said, okay, go. There was no fight about custody. I'll keep the girls. The girls said they wanted to stay with their mom. The older girl was off to college, so she wasn't home. Soon as the parents get divorced and separate, predators started watching the house. And one of these predators was a super predator known in the system. And he watched the mom and the daughter and watched their every move for quite some time. He was even in the military. Watched their move for quite some time. And when he pounced upon them, eventually it was just the mother and the daughter in the house. Long story short, mother and daughter no longer with us. So, you know, they had to go through the grieving process. The family get to find out they lost the mom and they lost that. And you know, if the father was still there and if they hadn't divorced and the father was still in the house, he would have never chose their house. He chose that house because it was two females in the house. And even at my house, I go through my living room and I'm telling my wife, say, the screen door that leads out to the pool, yes, our backyard is fenced in. However, I always feel like somebody is watching me. And as soon as I thought that, a lady came on, well, their older daughter who was away at college, she was crying while she was giving our interview. And she said, if you're in your house and you feel like somebody is watching you, they are. They are. Because she was in that house before and she told her mom just the split in the blinds and stuff. She said, Mom, we need curtains over these because I feel like somebody is watching us. And the mom was like, ain't nobody watching us, child. Somebody was watching them. Kill the mother and the daughter in the house. The super predator of a man. So women, you're super vulnerable. You're super vulnerable. And I know some of you like to think you're super tough, but you're still a woman. And you're super vulnerable. And a girl is a smaller version of a woman. She is super vulnerable. Watching that girl in that room, she's gonna need help. She's gonna need counseling. She's gonna need people to wrap their arms around her, so to speak, you know, and guide her in the right direction and help her out. But the good news is that all the boys, except for one, who is still on the run, and I'm pretty sure his people are probably hiding him. I would encourage his people to turn him into, cause him need help too. Him need help too. Cause if you start that behavior at that age, I can't imagine what you will be doing when you hit your strong 20s, you know, and your strong 30s. So him need help too. All those boys that were in that room have started something that they cannot take back. They did a deed that cannot be undone. I feel like them need for the under care, but they also need to pay for what they did as well. So this is not a whole sympathy. Oh, we are gonna sympathize with the victimizers, you know, as well as no, them all enough to understand what they did. They need to pay for what they did, but at the same time, they need correction as well. Yeah, them need rehabilitation as well. So I don't know what juvenile justice program in Jamaica is gonna help them to steer them the right way. But somebody have to make them understand so what them do with that little girl there in that room that was wrong. And for the people them out there who are still posting the video and still circulating the video, I'm telling you right now, especially if you live in the United States of America, especially if you travel, an attorney out of Jamaica that he's based in Miami, Florida, but he's Jamaican. That attorney said Make sure your phone's straight when you're going through customs anywhere. Because entering the United States of America, it's not new. They will take your phone. They will randomly select people to take their phone. You don't know if you're going to get selected. You see, anyhow, them take your device and them find anything like that on it at the airport, you're not coming in here. And if you're a citizen, you're coming in here in handcuffs. All right. So you can save yourself a lot of trouble. Between that and being registered as a sex offender and having that stigma cast upon you and all that, it can get you in a lot of trouble. So I know a lot of people out there like, SouFlo, send me the link. Me want to see it. I would have never asked nobody to send me the link for that. I went looking through the thing because the site that I'm talking about posts everything. But me, I said to myself, say, me not send nobody no link to nothing like that. And me wouldn't ask nobody to send me nothing like that. You know? So I'm letting you know. Get rid of it. Get rid of it. If you have it to show good faith, choose any law enforcement and forward it to them. And then get rid of it off your device. Don't forget, if in the event that somebody, fast forward thinking this, if in the event that somebody knocks your door and says your IP address showed up on this, that, and the other, it will also show up on your IP that what you did with it. You can back yourself up. When I realized what it was, I forwarded it to law enforcement. I told everybody else to forward it to law enforcement. I erased it off my device. Okay. Have them catch you with it and you have it there. Especially for those who will like store a whole heap of them something here. What it shows to law enforcement is that you are entertained by this and you have a pattern of this and you're collecting these. And that can get you in trouble. Amina Parchment says, I don't think sexual deviance can be reformed and helped. They find ways to hide that side of them and do things in the dark. Imagine an old lady being violated by 7 boys in them 30s. It happens. But I don't know. I'm just saying, I mean, what are we going to do? They look like 16, 17, and maybe 18 in there somewhere. Like I said, the one in the red marina looked like him about 18, them age. But him could have just be a big boy. But at 16 and 17 and 15, you're not going to just throw away your youth them forever, right? Because who you are at 15 isn't necessarily who you are at 40. You understand? And if you throw away somebody at 14, 15, 16, then, I mean, he won't have a chance to reach 40 and look back and say, damn, I don't know what I did. You know, I know better now. I would never do that again. Matter of fact, that was disgusting. We don't know. We don't know. Some people I do believe are not rehabilitatable. But it's not for me to just put everybody in a group and say none of them are rehabilitatable. That's what the whole of them. I pick them. And they learn stuff and then they perpetuate what they've learned. So some of them same boy the way you say I do that, them probably get touch up or something happen in a for them background as well. You know, somebody force write them to and or exposed them to content that they should not have been involved in from an early age as well. So they're a part of a cycle. Yes. So you don't just pick them out of the cycle and then destroy them. You have to figure out where this begin with you. Where this come from with you? Why is this now your behavior? That kind of stuff, and try to see if you can help them. If you can't help them, then so be the case. Then we are gonna know, because they will always repeat then, right? I one was in that situation. Claudette Coburn says, I once was in that situation at high school. Like you were, Claudette, you were the girl? Cell phone are the biggest informer. It has your whole history, says Bob Cosmic. Bob Cosmic said the man who sent it to me, I tell him to send me nothing like that again. Yeah. All of Jamaica is exposed with dirty songs that promotes that type of behavior. Yeah. You know, that's a whole nother thing too. Because Even Vibes Cartel, I remember Vibes Cartel saying him do adult content. I sing music for big people, right? I'm sing music to tell the youth them say them nothing get into certain things either. What Bill?
Oh, I was about to tell you to
So
tell them about what consent means.
what
Because
consent means,
yes,
like no is no.
yes,
Behave them Ross no and no
and
no mean.
even if a woman is in the middle of a sexual,
Okay, yes, yes. I think yeah, I think all right, talk speak on it.
so I find that I've seen a lot of people having conversation about this, and a part of it that they don't understand is even if the girl wanted to be there and she wanted to have sex with one of them or two of them, the moment she says no, stop, whether she is in the middle of or not, that means stop. It's done.
So
That is what consent means. That means she previously probably give you consent and it's fine.
right.
But the minute she says no,
You stop.
stop,
And if you don't,
that consent was taken away.
right.
So,
It's important to understand
yes,
that.
and I find that a lot of people are having these conversations, but they're not talking about that. Even if she's in the middle of and she says no, and you're disappointed and annoyed and think that she said yes already or any of that. Once she says no, stop. That now is considered rape.
Yes.
Sexual assault, molestation, all of that.
True. Thank you. All right. Yeah, I appreciate that. Me did forget about that. Yeah, we have a problem with that too. So, like she said, me I gonna repeat it again. So it depend repeat, so I don't miss anybody. For the men them out there, and for the young men who listen to me, big up yourself, Uncle Flo, and all these things. What wifey just said. Please remember this. If you like her, you tell her, come we go to one hotel, or come we go to my car, or come we go to my house. Even if she says yes, even if she tell us that she go dress sexy, even if she have sex talk with you before you go there and you amp up yourself and you're ready, and you say, yes, me'll get some. Even if she skin it out gear, me I put it raw. Even if she skin it out gear, in the middle of it, all if you start already, if she says stop, I don't want to anymore. If you continue against her wishes to continue, you have now crossed the line over into rape. Right. And that is very important to understand. Very, very important to understand. As far as I'm hearing with that situation with that little girl, are the same thing going. Yeah. No means no and stop means stop. Rash J. Rash J, big up yourself. No means no and stop means stop. I know. It seems like it's funny that we have to explain this to a baby level, but a true. Enough time, man, in night time, them a talk about when we don't start already, just hold on, make me finish up. And you're there, hold on, Hannah, and force, and then make me finish up, man. You're raping. You are raping. That woman, that female, she must consent from beginning to end. And there's another thing out there for some adults out there. Please remember that a minor cannot legally consent. That part. Because I've seen them do that too, right? Them running, take advantage of, coerce, mislead, entice, however you do it, a minor, and then talk about, well, they gave consent. A minor can't give you no consent. A minor cannot give you any consent. Anytime a minor consent, it is usually under stress and duress, or it's either through coercion or something. A minor does not give consent. Right. And no is no all the time. And stop means stop right away. And if you go past that, you're doing that. You're raping. Yeah, them always tell me keep going, don't stop. Harder, says Glow Donato. Well, that is consent. That is consent. You know, we make fun about it sometimes, right? We make fun about it sometimes because sometimes you hear, no, stop, stop. All right, don't stop, don't stop. Okay, stop. No, don't stop, don't stop. Honestly, if I was to get with, say, a person who I'm getting with for the first time, and me I hear the stop, don't stop, 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 don't stop, me I stop, me done. Me done. When you're really ready, make me know. Me done. Me don't want my name called upon no rape. So when you're really ready, make me know. Yeah. If it if a wifey and the things we are do, and that's a different story, right? But stop, don't stop, no, don't stop. Come, you know, if you are, don't stop. I'll come if it come with the stop and then, okay, don't stop. No, I wasn't saying stop, stop. I was just saying, that kind of stuff, a different something. As somebody where you deal with, like, you're hoping to get somewhere, wherever you're forced it, and then I tell you stop. Listen, no is no, stop is stop. All right. No is no, and stop is stop. Mr. Bram says that is a turn off. Young people don't understand that 3D. That's and then you know what? D3D. Grown people don't understand that. You're right. Young people don't understand that, but them have an excuse. Them young. Somebody needs to explain it to them. Grown people don't understand that. That's why so many grown people keep getting in trouble. You know, see how much grown people they are court and defend themselves against these same allegations because they heard stop and they kept going. And their excuses, we were already in the middle of it. And I thought that was a part of it. No, you heard stop and you didn't stop. Era Baker says, I used to hear growing up, if the girl said no, she mean yes. And I always used to say isn't that two different words? If the girl said no, she really mean yes. What a raw way to set yourself up. What a way to set yourself up. Do you know how I instill this in my kids? I instill this in them from they're little. Like if two of them are playing and brother says to sister, stop. If sister keeps going, I'll let Milani know. Milani, Kai said stop. What don't you understand about the word stop? And vice versa. Kai, come here. Didn't your sister say stop? Okay, stop means stop right now. It means don't do it anymore. That's how you instill this in them. But we have to remember to say, see, we're in a society where there's a lot of things at play here, We are talking about the new generation. A lot of new generation people remember them grandmother is young people. Yes, so their mother have them really, really young. And a lot of cases, mother and picnic look on same man. Like mother dating child's age group, child dating mother age group kind of thing. So the lines were blurred. The lines were blurred. So the right upbringing and the right teachings, who was there when time your brother was doing this to say, hey, didn't you hear him say stop? Come here. Do you know what the word stop means? Just that, just to say, come here. Take them away from that action. Come here. Look at me. Do you know what the word stop means? Did she not say stop? Why did you keep going? You do not keep going after somebody says stop. Stop means stop. It means you stop. You don't go any further. Enough I will never get that. Well, me can't say enough a week. Me definitely get it. But enough of our people out there, just that simple little lesson, never get that. Nobody never draw them up and say, hey, you say stop. You never hear him say stop. Why you keep going? You don't know what stop mean. Just that. Just that. And it's that important. It's that important to raise your friggin' children properly. It's that important to actually put effort into raising your children properly because it's going to cost them later and it's going to cost you later. Shame, disgrace, lawyer fee, headache, because you pick me in prison. Them kind of something there. Kat says, I'm sorry that young lady had to go through this disrespectful situation or this despicable situation. Yeah, but it happens, and the thing is, it happens way more. Listen, I keep telling people this, and I don't want you to tell me, you don't want you ask me about where you go find them video here. Because whole heap of them still out there. We talk about this way back. Let's revisit it. You see the age of consent in Jamaica? is a huge problem. Is a huge friggin' problem. Somebody said to me, SouFlo, you know why the people them who are in position of power to change the age of consent in Jamaica? You know why them don't change it? Them don't change it because a lot of them, that's their age preferred. And a lot of them, they're even if it's not them, it's their friends and co-workers and buddies and partners of them group, them like them there. So when time if them should get catch, them no one be a part of the reason why them brethren end up a prison. And we're talking about people who are higher up the food chain, okay? Right. Another person said to me, you know, said the age of consent in Jamaica used to be 14 though. Yeah, and the people them make whole heap of nice about it and then move it to 16. I said, wow. But even then, you see that age of consent 16? Me telling you say some video out here online. If you catch a few of them video here, you will never look at Jamaican school children again the same. Never. And I haven't. I haven't. Just like the story me telling a long time ago, say through me leave Jamaica so young and grow up in Miami. Me used to always say, when me get ready to get married, me I make sure so me find one Jamaican girl from country because I was so romanticizing Jamaica and the country that I grew up in. You know, innocent, got church cross the street from the yard. My granny know your granny. My people them know your people. Your mother and my mother are schoolmates. My father know your father from for them yeah they need that kind of stuff. So me used to romanticize that and say, me no want no foreign girl for wife. From me little, you know, me no want no foreign girl for wife. Me date them and stuff, but me a reserve for when me really want to get married. Me I go back to Jamaica and go a country go find wife. And I used to always say Jamaican girls don't do certain things. They don't do them not do them not do this, that, the other. Boy, me get my wake up call when I was about big man age. Big man age. Cause me never really I look for them something there. Cause kill me dead all in my throat my 20s. Jamaican woman not do certain things. Remember, I know my 20s I just the other day. Jamaican woman not do certain things. Until I ran into a Ross video from out of Jamaica. The video when me that telling about where me say it a cut bubbles. Me never see this before. Things are going in our mouth and our nose them blow bubbles. Big bubbles. And it was some man, some white man from foreign, go Jamaica, pick up a girl on the beach. And they were secretly videoing. I don't know if she knows them a video or not. And they were secretly videoing. You know them chat up a girl already. You want to come upstairs to our hotel room, you want to have some fun and whatnot. And she's like, me come up there with you, but what y'all gonna give me? And the man was like, oh, you're charging? How much you charging? And she's like, I don't know, I run a little 2 bills now. And it was like 200 US. And she was like, yes, 2 bills US, that will do it. The man was like, well, so what do I get for 200 US dollars? She was like, everything, man. Everything. He said, me and my friend, or me and my friend. And she was like, yes, you and your friend. There was no doubt that it was a Jamaican girl. And me I watch her, me I see what I go on. And the video goes into them upstairs in the hotel room. And boy, they sitting them with them do to she. Me never look on Jamaican woman the same again after that at all. And my innocence was shattered. Live on the air with SouFlo. Good morning.
Morning, SouFlo.
Morning, family. What go on?
No good.
Talk to
Do
you.
you really think this is coming from biblical days and slavery time? Could it be in the genetic? Let's go back to the Bible.
All right.
The story is true about Mary.
Mm-hmm.
How old was Mary when she got pregnant?
Mary Magdalene?
No, Mary, the one who carried Jesus.
Son of Mary Magdalene, that?
Well, I don't know if that's or not. Just ask.
13 or 12 or something like that. 14?
Yes,
something
and the man where she
13.
married to.
Action pack.
The man said Joseph wasn't the father.
Ross.
So she gets immaculate
conception. Yeah. That says
So
that
my thing
is
is,
an
could
angel
it
do it.
be that somebody gets her pregnant
Mm-hmm.
and then use immaculate conception to cover it up? I ask the man to marry her to cover it up.
That's in a Rasta reasoning. When you deal with reality. Yeah. Cause to this day, never seen no man
Let's
get
go
pregnant
back to Bob
untouched.
Marley's mother.
Mm-hmm.
How old was she when she had her first child?
I don't know. I think she was in touch with that man since she was 14 or something like that.
And Bob Marley's father was in his 60s and she was a teenager.
Right. Right.
So is this thing coming from way back
She was
when?
16 when she mothered Bob, right? Christine?
Yes, she was a teenager.
Right. But
Could this thing be coming from way back then?
But she was already
Women
around
and
him.
children have been excluded from beginning of time.
Yeah, it is. It is. We can't go around it. It is. Cause back in the day, I guess that was a norm. I guess. Yeah. I guess it was a societal norm back in the day. And then it became taboo over time.
How old were the young girls that was on the plantation? How old were they when they would get molested or?
Oh, there was no age limit to that. There was no age limit to that. Not just the girls. They used to buck break the boys, right? So anybody that was rebellious in any way or anybody who they wanted in that manner, you were had. There was no age limit to it. You could have been 3. There was no age limit to it. Yes.
So is this in our genetics why some of these things happen?
I wouldn't say genetics, but I would say passed down. Traditionally passed down.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's the point I wanted to make.
You know what's crazy though that you're asking that? You know, some have Jamaican man who would join this discussion, and I've heard my Jamaican brothers tell me before, said, SouFlo, not everything what them put in law is right and just. Cause if we go off of the Bible, check the Bible. Nothing wrong with me one day with a 14-year-old. I said, what? Him say, yes. So how old was, and it brought the same argument that you just brought just now. I'm gonna tell you what I feel about the Bible real quick while you're here. I feel like it's a book that they gave us that trapped us, and now them are gonna chastise us for believing what was taught through that same book.
Yes, I do agree.
Right. Do you know that there's a part in there that says a man that laid with another man the same way a man laid with a woman should be put to death?
Yes.
Okay, so when time the man them now take a hard stance and start run down and say, yo, batty boy for dead, then you hear, oh, they're homophobic and they need to be put under this, that, and the other. But it's the same Bible that they give you that teaches you these things. So, and Jamaicans are so religious. Remember, I know we're cast as the most religious country on the face of the earth with the most churches per square mile. So if when we grew up under this heavy indoctrination, no. I said nobody can tell me nothing. My Bible said.
Hey, SouFlo.
Yeah.
The same people will go church and live by the Bible and live by this religion. They don't read all of the Bible. They only read certain parts. And the pastor only preached to them on certain parts of the Bible. It wasn't until I stopped going to church and started reading certain parts of the Bible that I realized if you read the Bible, it is so much sexual and homophobic things that are going on in the Bible.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, there's parts of the Bible, if you read it, it's like it's worse than watching a blue movie.
It's who did sleep with them father. You know what? Let's not even get into all that because we don't want to get into no Bible verses.
You get the point of what I'm saying. There's things that are coming from history.
Yes.
And could it be in our,
Yeah.
That's the question I have. That caused these things to happen.
Boy, yeah. It continues to cause disruption, destruction to this very day, my friend.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's in there, and that's a part of it.
Now
Yep.
go back in my chat. Have
All
a good
right.
day.
Thank you. All right. Absolutely. Absolutely. It definitely is a part of it. Man, listen. And we hold steadfast still. We hold steadfast still to that which continues to contribute to our destruction. Can't let it go, you know. Yo, there's something about that indoctrination. You see, on that level of indoctrination, that it was Lot's daughter, Gertrude Grant. Thank you, thank you. Cause me I talk about, and me know what the sister talking about. We just call me grew up in the Bible. Like we had to Genesis to Revelation, that Bible. Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Deuteronomy, Joshua. Me they have to know the whole Bible and every book of the Bible and read the Bible back and front and back. So what she's saying about the stories in there, and it's yes, there's a lot of stuff in there. It's funny how it's I don't want to beat Bible and religion and just talk about just that, but I just want to say it's funny how people would take that same book and make their own interpretation. Make their own interpretation to suit them own self. Everybody have their own interpretation. Everybody says it comes down to interpretation. Where you get all tight and where me get all tight and this, that, and the other. Hey man, listen. That's for a whole nother morning of discussion. But back to the topic about no is no, stop is stop. Stop don't mean maybe. Stop don't mean go on and finish up. It means stop right there, right now. If you cross that line and you keep going, it's just like how you're out in the road and you run the rapid stop line when you're stoplight when you're driving. That light turn red and you drive through it, you already know what happened. You come to the end of that street and there's that red stop sign there and you fly past it, you already know what happened. Now the same thing that applies there. Stop is stop. Right, and a lot of us need to know that. Um, why is that the Bible and church is the first point of negative discussion when it comes to this type of conversation? Lulu Ridges, it's not a negative. Why is it that the Bible and the church is the first point of negative? No, it's not. That's what you feel. But we've been talking about influence. We spoke about influence first and negative influence from parents and the dynamics of younger parents. You never said nothing about that. We spoke about absentee parents and we spoke about social media influence. You never said nothing about that. Now we reach Bible and you're going to ask, why is it that the Bible was like the fourth thing we talked about when it comes to influence and negative things, right? So it's not the first. So your question is off. And that's the thing about Bible too. A lot of our people, you can't have no conversations with them surrounding that because they always feel defensive. As soon as you mention their good old Bible or their religion, super defensive. And then conversation ends right there, right? If you was trailing the conversation, unless you entered the room late, then you would know that we went through a bunch of other possibilities that contributed to a certain type of behavior negatively before we even got to the Bible. The Bible is actually the last one, right? All right. Too defensive, man. Over them Bible and them church. It's like you can't say nothing. You know me, did their church, you see? And I never forget, I asked the pastor something. The pastor said, how dare you question God? I'm sorry, but I was created with some level of intelligence. So from a young age, when you first tell me that, I said to myself, I summed it up. I said, you know, say as soon as I'm old enough to not go to church, me now go back. Because it wasn't the first pastor that me did ask this. And all of them did always say the same thing. You don't question God. But here our pastor, me never question God, me that question you. Are you me did a question? Yeah, because are you we did look up to as the person who was supposed to teach us certain things and have a higher knowledge and a divine connection with God. So to explain certain things, break it down for us who seek that type of knowledge. and the first thing you're gonna tell me is don't question nothing. Yeah. All right. Peace out. I'm gonna go find sense out in the world, cause you obviously can't help me with that, and that's why I can't talk to enough of the youth them today, cause that's all you. Instead of tell the youth them say you yourself don't know, you tell the youth them about don't question God. How dare you ask those questions? What? Let me clear this phone and you can call back, caller. I was trying to get your call, but it wasn't working. All right, here we go. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning. Hello?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, loud and clear.
Yeah, morning. Morning.
Morning, brother. What going?
On the Monday, bless up to the people them. You know, say Thanksgiving are forward and you know, Jamaicans do a different type of food.
See.
For the Thanksgiving day. But I want to touch on two subjects, right? In terms of the Bible. I want to tell you SouFLo. You know me already, I'm 24, right? Probably the youngest scholar we're calling on a regular.
See.
I you know say, not to be honest with the people. I know God, but I don't know God. In the sense that I was brought up in the sense that I have to go to church. You get me? I said? So it was just a presence thing for me in terms of obeying my parents. But it wasn't the case where I was going to discover God or whatever the case is. You see me? I mean, whenever me in a times of trouble or whatever, like, I know who to call upon and pray. But again, is it genuine? I would like to think that it's genuine. But I know that there's one thing that I would like to do is go on a journey to discover God for myself rather than just believing in Him for the sole purpose of we just go to church and then say believe in God. You know what I mean? Because if I'm supposed to believe in this being, I need to have a connection with Him. I need to feel something within this, you know, individual or mystical person or whatever the case is, you know. So I think a lot of people go through that experience in terms of them just go to church and them say believe in God and you just believe in God. You know what I mean? So
because you just believe because you're told to.
Yeah, I'm just go to church, you know. Yeah. When I go to church, so I'm just go for my friend them.
Well, for me, I become afraid, you know, because you see part when them say the lightning and the brimstone and the fire and the everlasting fire, and you're gonna burn in eternal damnation and stuff. Them words that it's scary to hear as a child, right?
Because I want to say something with the younger, right?
Yeah.
When Ian Bond did that religious attack, I remember SouFLo man did pardon and he said, "Gotta come." People, I remember this. Real Jamaican people who watch religious attack, I remember this. And the man said, "Gotta go forward." You see me?
Hold on there, bro. Hold on there. Lulu Ridges says, SouFLo, my comments are always a trigger. Anyways. Okay, Lulu. I see you get up on one this morning. Peace and love, my friend. Anyways, go on, brother.
SouFLo, me say, I about me ten I say, you see me? When the man said that, my ball. Can you hear me? I said to myself, no SouFLo. Me look to me and I mean, baptized and so, me think, so baptize you that can go heaven. So me did a ball to parents and I said, Mommy and Daddy, hey, the man I said, God, I come back tomorrow in a night, and you know, Revelation said, God, I come like a thief in the night, and I'm going to know. So Jamaican people are going to remember the system, they watch the release and start at the SouFLo. Remember now, you're a little bit, you know, you have me cry. But up to now, God not come back still. But now, the second subject, right? Very disturbing video in Jamaica, right?
Right.
You know this guy that when he named Robles?
Robles.
No, sir. That guy, very educated individual. Him that talk about the incident in SouFLo, and he used the term bachelorly, and you know that term as well. Where his explanation was that Jamaicans are a culture where there will be a female, right? That will be giving it to one particular individual, and then bring on 5 and different for them to get a piece. You get me? I say? And that permeates in the culture and these terms of bachelorly and all these different types of things. It goes through the Jamaican society. And what happened in that video is very disturbing and disgusting. And it's a repeat of the past as well. So it's not the first time and it's not the last time, right? And in terms of the punishment for these individuals, I think it has to be a bit more harsh. You know, this counseling thing, I mean, yes, it can play a part, but there needs to be, you know, harsher consequences for young people, because them can't just go around and feel like they can just do this stuff and get a slap on the wrist and move on like that. You get me? I say?
Right.
And the parents in Jamaica as well, I don't know what kind of children they're raising nowadays. They're coming like a picnic and raise themselves. The things that children are exposed to nowadays, SouFlo. And you see this thing, social media, I don't say social media, it's TikTok, SouFlo. TikTok, right? Some of them use a brain, I'm not being honest with you, SouFlo. It right them brain, you know.
But I'm not TikTok alone.
No, not TikTok alone.
The internet
but,
period.
Yeah, the internet period, but I feel like TikTok now have a stronger influence on them in terms of short form videos. You get me? I say? Because the content is so strong over that platform. And you know, I realize with society SouFlo, everything is sexual nowadays for young people. In the sense that they might do a little fun challenge, right? And they must say cooking challenge. Somebody get up and tell me something sexual. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like a woman that says she can cook. Like a lady put up a video that she says, I cook for my husband. Every morning I wake up. It's funny that you should say that. She says, every morning I wake up at 5 o'clock. My husband has to be up at 6. And I make sure that I cook his breakfast and I make sure I cook him a custom lunch and pack his snacks and everything to go. But brother, when she had done the video, right? The video was done in a G-string. So the whole comment section, everybody was like, wow, you're a good wife. You wake up and make sure you send your husband off to work properly. But why did you make this video for social media? Because now everybody knows what his wife's ass looks like because you're standing in the kitchen in a straight up string up our body and nothing else. Lingerie, negligee, whatever you want to call it. But she had to tell the world how good she is as a wife and she cooks for her husband and make sure him have breakfast before him leave. She pack him thermos and him lunch and whatever. But she did it in a G-string.
Yeah. And
you know?
I just want to say this again, SouFlo. What the children in Jamaica are being exposed to, it's too much. SouFlo, I went to military school in SouFlo. And some of the things when me see in high school, I when me go through when me did a bit younger a couple years ago, it was never as much compared to now because growing up, I had that fear factor in terms of growing up in a good household. They get messy.
Right.
And in terms of I have 2 older brothers, right?
Fear factor meaning somebody was there that was gonna drape up your hearted and put you in your place, don't it?
SouFlo, the least you could let me tell me get beat in the teeth.
All right, sir.
Not because parents not because they just want to beat me to beat me, but because the more instill the fact that listen, you're not growing and do them things because it can be a detriment to you.
Yes.
And the next thing I want to say with young people in Jamaica, you see older siblings must play a part in raising their siblings as well in terms of what them expose them to. You told me I grew up SouFlo, even if my brother them dad do nothing, me never know. And up to this day, me not know because them not exposed me to certain things because they were older than me. You get me?
Right.
And you see, I think in Jamaica, a lot of older siblings and older family members, they're really business, but look at them.
Right.
Some things them see them around them and say it's very disturbing and disgusting. And this is coming from a 24-year-old SouFlo. I tell you, the things that are happening in Jamaica to the young children, it's a detriment to them.
Boy, you talk a mouthful, my brother. You talk a talk. Yeah.
It's disturbing, but I don't know what I got to take for prayer. People might say God's SouFlo, but you're not just pray to God and the problem itself. They get mad.
Yeah, take effort from us, you know? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and we as Jamaicans, we have to do better across the board.
Yeah.
And my last point, growing up in Jamaica, them say it takes a village to raise a child. And right now, that's not the boat again.
Yeah, the village gone. In most places, the village gone. You're right. Manners and respect, brother. Manners.
Yeah.
All right. The brother might be young, but he have some insight. The village concept of us is gone, for sure. Live on the air with SouFlo. Good morning.
Good morning, SouFlo. Hi, how you doing?
I'm good, family. How you doing?
Good. Yeah, I'm just listening to the conversation about the religious aspect with us. There are a lot. I was actually thinking about it this morning that there are so many things that we have been taught that come from the slave master. Like they're really not our thoughts.
Right.
They're really not our practices. Is because for over 300 years, white people were made a god before us. So we end up just following what our quote unquote God did or presented to us.
I mean, it was beaten into us.
So. It was beaten into us, right. Like Christianity, in all honesty, was beaten into us. Like limbs were chopped off to become Christian.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And we have to really look at that and really determine, is this the right form of spirituality for us? Because when you look at our ancestors, most of our ancestors were either African spiritualists or they were Muslim. Most of our ancestors who went to Jamaica were either Muslim or they were African spiritualists. And I know that a lot of times we don't want to even look at anything else because the fear of hell has been beaten into us, and that trauma lives inside of our DNA. But we have to look at certain things. Even obia, where people talk about obia. I used to hear the word obia, I jump.
Right.
Because that's what I was taught to do.
Right.
That's what my parents were taught to do. My grandparents were taught to do. Obia became a problem when the Haitians used it to free themselves. Now, we've been following Christianity for 300 years, and it hasn't freed us yet. And the thing that has freed our people has been demonized. We need to look at that objectively. We need to be able to look at that objectively and say, okay, what is going on here? Another thing, we know that most parts of the Bible, the New Testament, were written 2,000 years after Jesus died. We got to look at that. Right. Just like when you're a child and you say, oh, let's everybody come in a circle and you whisper something and everybody whisper. By the time it's done, it's like, how did you get cat in a hat? I never said that.
Right.
And that's just a little group of people.
Right.
In a circle. Can you imagine 2,000 years of word of mouth, and how things change up? That's one. Number two, controversial, but Jesus never said he was God.
Right.
There is nowhere in the Bible does he say he is God.
Right.
The church told you he is God.
Right.
He never said he was God. Right. And to me, if he was God, he would have made it clear. Because one thing I do know that is true, God is not the author of confusion. There's a lot of confusion where is God Jesus? Is he the Son of God? But if he's the Son of God, then when he's on the cross, who is he crying out to? Is he crying out to himself? But if God died, then who was ruling the world? There's a lot of confusion. And I dismiss confusion.
Right.
We got to look at that.
Yeah, I don't want to confuse people anymore, but I had one pastor tell me one time that Jesus is God and he is the Son of God and he is the Holy Trinity and he is the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit in one. Now again, I was right. So again, I was created with some level of intelligence. So I was exercising my intelligence and I thought, how could I be my own father? You know, that alone.
Yeah, right.
How could I have been my own daddy? I'm my daddy.
It don't make no sense.
Yeah, it don't make no sense.
Right. And God did place in you is reasoning. But when you start to ask questions and reason, they bring the fear of hell. Yeah. So you shut down all the reasoning that you know for sure God implanted in you.
Right.
We have to look at that.
Right.
The Quran, which I personally have been taking a look at, also our African practices, was never changed. There's no King James version of the Quran.
Right.
The book that was written 1,400 years ago is the exact same book as today. There's no different version and American version and NIV and KJV and all of that.
Right.
That means something to me. Also, I have to look at the practices of our ancestors. We're the original people of the planet. You cannot tell me that God did not implant in his original people his way. We got to look at that as well. So I think that Christianity, honestly, is not working for us. And I think Jamaica is a great case study in that because we have more church than anybody else. And we are the most dysfunctional group of people. God knows. I mean, it has not helped us one bit in any shape or form, right? It hasn't. And we see that. So all of these things we have to take a look at. And we have to really think, okay, what is God and what is fear? You know, this fear thing, we have to back. That fear is manipulation. We have to back away and try to objectively look at things and even look at what we believe.
Right.
You know, as a way to free ourselves. So that's what I think when it comes to that.
I agree. Yeah. Absolutely. Breath of fresh air. Thank you. I appreciate you.
Thank you.
All right. Stir up whole heap of controversy this morning. Everybody bets now. Not my Jesus. Not my Christianity. Fire and brimstone for me. Why? You gone? You gone where? That you call it now.
I have a physical for my therapy. I gotta go. Kai saying this to you.
Where's Kai?
He's in the living area watching public.
Okay. All right. All right. Here we are. Yeah. The discussion about religion always rubs some people the wrong way. There's nothing we can do about it. We started off talking about the situation with the young men in the room and the young lady in the room, and we're going to end it on reiterating the same thing that we said before, which is no. And even if you're in the middle of it and you hear stop, stop is stop. And if you hear no more, you stop and you come off and you don't do anymore. And anything above or beyond that is rape. All right. All right. A lot of stuff going on we could talk about, man. The time when I begs with SouFlo walk go back for the money from pasta. We're not hungry. I once said if God made the whole world, who made God? And I was shut down. TD Jakes passing out on live TV. Boy, no is no. That's why we're gonna left that. We're going to another topic this morning, but we're gonna leave the no is no. Amina Parchment says this is what we get when we have people who think that they know best and better than God and only listen to what is preached in the church, but let me shut them out. Again, I've also said, and I'm not gonna be a hypocrite to what I say. I said that your spirituality and your journey and your relationship with God, or who you define as God and the Almighty God to you, that is for you and your business. I don't really want to hear about it. I don't really want to hear about it. We're having a discussion about religion and what religion has brought to us. But as far as personally digging into your life per se, individually, and your definition of and what you believe, I don't really want to hear it. I don't want to discuss with me with you neither. You know what I mean? So I don't want some people take it so personal, like we're attacking your personal thing, right? Make yours be that with you, and mine's be mine's with me and mine's. And we're gonna leave that right there. So now moving on to the next topic that we wanted to talk about this morning. That was the 7-on-1 video that led us to all that talking. We're gonna talk a bit about, let's see. Let's talk about Matthew Hyde. Matthew Hyde is who we call Pretty Boy on this video this morning. Somebody came on and asked SouFlo, who is Pretty Boy? Pretty Boy is Matthew Hyde. And the reason I use the name Pretty Boy is because that's what he was referred to by a Jamaican woman. I heard a Jamaican woman say, but Lord God, him so pretty. Him can't survive prison. Him too pretty for go to prison, man. And I thought to myself, you know, if he was super dark skinned with the hair texture that looked like steel wool, she would have never said the same thing. She would have said, the wicked boy if he go to prison, I in there him for dead. That's where the key when you lock him up. But this youth is called Pretty Boy, and the lady actually said, I'm too pretty to go to prison. Like, give him some kind of punishment, but don't lock him up. And she said, if him can survive prison. So Matthew Hyde lawyer proposes a 4-year sentence for him allegedly torturing, kidnapping and torturing, holding hostage and torturing his girlfriend. This is the young man who was a University of the West Indies student. If you look at him, he looks like a biracial child, right? He looks like the typical look of a child that is mixed with white and black or some other races, something like that. So really light skinned, big head of curly, red looking hair, and these kind of things. Them same too pretty to go a prison at Jamaica. That comment had rubbed me the wrong way. Hold on there. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning, family. How you doing?
How are you doing? I was the one who comments about the incident. I didn't watch the video, you know, but I think I glimpsed on it, but I didn't watch it. But I was in a similar position or situation like this at high school. But I was not saying smart, but I was so thinking that if I go with this boy or the boy, what they would do to me.
Okay, you were the one that said it in the comment section?
Yeah, I was the one who was talking about it. So it was just this particular boy, about 3 or 4 of them at school, and one of them was always picking on me. So it ended up that we were in the same. One of us was in the singing class. The next 2 boys, they were in different class. We were always pick up lines when we have option class. And they were like, oh, they have places they go in the evening and it's fun time and so, but other girls used to go away with them, but I never go, I never follow them.
Okay.
And one evening, the boy was like, oh, they wanted me to come. So I told the girl then that I'm not going because my mother was so strict. And I know that if I already go with them, that it's a piece of anything. So I said, no, I'm not going. So, you know, when I was going on the evening, they took away my bag. The one of the boys took away my shoes. So I end up going without no bag, no shoes. And all because I never go with them. And the other girls, they went, and some of them got raped. All sorts of something happened the next morning. Everybody was at the principal office. And it was a whole piece of chaos. Then my mother ended up having to come because the boy took on my bag, took on my shoes, and all of that. So everything ended up busted out. We get raped, we get touched up, we get beat up. So I never really watched the video, but we can comment to itself. Them something them real, and the children them rather than something in parents we talk to them.
Right.
You know, influence them to follow company and don't get adults in a certain stuff. Because if me go with them, you will get raped too.
Boy, like me said, that a go on from me there, from me a little picnic in Jamaica, because I remember the bigger boys them used to do it to girls, like take with them school bag and stuff and run go like down in a banana piece or run go behind a building with dark or something and try draw the girl them in there and feel them up on these kind of things. So I figured, you know, if your child don't know these things are things to tell them say what happened. You said you didn't go, and lucky you didn't go, not true?
Yeah, if I did go, I would have get raped. Everything supposed to see them the next day.
Wow.
Everybody, parents was at the office, everybody. And it's like, me know my mother's place, so that's why I never go come. If I go with them, when I get a piece of So me no go. I mean, that influence one of my friend, don't go. She still go. The next morning, if one of them, the boy, them hold them and rape them and something.
Damn.
So it's real out there. We just have to talk to the kids and we just have to tell them to just do the right thing and follow company. I mean, have my kids, I may tell them the same thing to don't follow company. When I know, I know.
Thank you for sharing.
All right. Bless up yourself. I'm still listening.
All right. Manners and respect, yes?
All right.
She dodged a bullet. She dodged a bullet. Listen, off of the subject though, because we're on to the Hyde Matthew Hyde. So Matthew Hyde, right? Right, lift up your uniform skirt and expect you to chase them. I bust a boy head behind that, lifting up my skirt thing. I was not chasing you. Yeah, they used to do all of that. They used to like grab the girl breast and run go behind one dark building or lift up her skirt and run go hide in a one place. And the girl them used to go back the next thing, you know, them dry in the girl them in that time we are little youth, you know. So we see what's going on, but we can't, so we just walk one boy with business. And you can see the girl in there fight, and you see big boy hold her so from behind and a push and yasso and this so, and him come out and laugh and she come out and fix up clothes and these things. I think that's old stuff that's been going on. Anyhow, yeah, I feel sorry for you, girl. You know what? I didn't tell you. I didn't tell you what that girl's father said. Before we go into the Matthew Hyde story, I didn't tell you what that father said. Because the Matthew Hyde story, I'm going to tell you what the victim has said in this case or what they're doing. I'm going to tell you what Matthew Hyde's attorney has said. And I'm going to tell you where they're at with the case now. But the victim's father, shout out to Yard Hyde, in this case, a man who represents himself as the father of that young girl who was seen in that viral video with the schoolers, gave some details and reaction to what happened while on a live chat on social media. As per the angered father, who goes by the name Ziggy Roy, that's the name of our father, Ziggy Roy, he will be traveling to Jamaica soon to deal with the situation how he sees fit. So apparently her dad is not even in Jamaica, he's overseas. The father highlights that he is from Waterford, Portmore, and he stated, pardon my language, him said a pussy there lick my daughter. Them have to go down. Anytime I go Jamaica Monday, them have to go down. The father who joined the call to ask that the video not be shared gave a bit of inside information saying, I two of them, you know. I two of them, you know. The rest of them just hold her down, you know. So I don't know what that means. I two of them, you know. And the rest of them just hold her down. So I guess these two of them did it to her, and the rest of them were just there holding her down, as opposed to what was saying that all of them get a turn, and the last youth, when a Phoebe turned, she fight him, which is what I saw in the video. The last youth, who she fight. Anyway, the father left a message along with the victim's photo on his social media page and said, Daddy going to make sure he do what is best, baby. Just know Daddy love you. Not say 40, baby. On the live chat, he also detailed that his daughter gave a statement at the police station and he was called as he gave the report. As she gave the report, he was called. I just threw me not there Jamaica, you know. She give statement. I dead them for dead, he said. According to the father, he was told by a cousin that all 8 boys involved in the incident were held by the police. Them catch the boy them, he stated. He went on to highlight that all his children are girls, and the victim is the oldest of his girls, or of his children, period. Him have all girl picnic, and the one where this happened to was his oldest child. Well, you know, like I said before, it's funny because the story that I told y'all before about how the mother and father get divorced, and as soon as the man left the house, how that predator was like stalking and eventually went into the house with the mother and daughter there. And the rest is, him better still watch them threats there. Hear what, Mr. Brum Brum? Some people will stand on business and some people don't business. That we've learned. So as much as we're like, him better watch them threat there. Him is a big man, he must know when my threaten say. Yeah, he must know what he's threatening. So if him a threaten that them for dead, and when him come Jamaica, him a go handle it. Because today he's supposed to fly into Jamaica. I'm pretty sure after leaving that publicized threat, that law enforcement in Jamaica is probably watching his movements to see where am I gonna do. Now if the youths them are in custody, you can't reach them. But you already know how Jamaica stay already. right? Because I can't catch you. How the rest go? All right. Nance said I would move in silence. That's the same thing I said. And I don't want to gas up nobody or nothing, but when I saw the threat yesterday, I said, him not do nothing. Him not do nothing. Him angry, rightfully angry, and he's talking, but him not do nothing. Because a man we are going to really do something, him not say a word. Him not say a word, him just going to do it. Right? So some man just angry and just a talk and feel like them boy they forget hurt because what them do to him daughter, but is he really going to do something? I don't know. I don't know. But left it right there so and see what the outcome is. Me, personally, not going to tell a next man what to do. In a situation like that, definitely not going to tell a next man what to do. Do what you feel you need to do. That's what me I going to say. Do what you feel you need to do. That's it. That's it. Me not going to tell him what to do. He must know. Maybe he might go see the 5 and end up do it ego powerful, you know. Me no know, me not have no part in it. Whatever him say him I go do, me feel like him fi do what him feel like him fi do. Whether it is to run to the police or it is to have take matters in your own hand, that a film business, right? It's not my daughter it happened to. So me can't tell a man how to feel about it. And I don't feel like playing counselor and tell a man anything else either. He's a big man, so he must know consequences come with actions in the society we live in. This is a tough one. This is where you have to really weigh up, like, that's where a boy, the law go say me shouldn't take it into my own hands. Him say I'm a beer girl picnic. That means you won't be around to take care of them girl picnic there. And the same thing that happened to this one might happen to all the other ones them, since she was the oldest and she not that old. The rest of them need you too. So if you're not here, the same thing will happen to the rest, or could happen to the rest of them too. Yeah, that's for him to sit down and meds and think and say, you know, how am I gonna do it? If am I gonna do nothing, etc., etc. I'm out of it at that point. Not tell a man nothing. He got too much to lose. Reasonable thinking. You know, sometimes emotion overrides reasonable thinking, and you act. You know, you act. And sometimes some things just can't. Like you won't get any peace. Sometimes you just won't get any peace unless you handle something a certain way. Live on the air with SouFlo. Good morning. Hello. Hang up. Okay. That'll go on. All right then. All right. Back to this now. Matthew Hyde, pretty boy, who they say is too pretty to go to prison. In Matthew Hyde's situation, Matthew Hyde, if y'all don't remember, him girlfriend, they said, gave away the something, and it was caught on video. The guys she was giving it away to had no good intentions for her. So they videotaped it and put it out there for the world to see. Well, the world did see it. But not only the world saw it, Matthew saw it as well. And when your friends are laughing and are saying, but no your woman this, brother. Yo, what your man angry your woman that? Abacus they hot. She a ball out, boy. Hurt the youth pride, you know? So when he hurt him pride now, apparently Matthew decided to take matters into his own hands. Live on the air with SouFlo. Good morning.
Morning, SouFlo. You hearing me clearly?
No, not hearing you clearly. You might have us on speaker on Bluetooth or something. If you take us off this... Okay, wow. Hello?
You hear clearly?
I hear you a little
Hello?
bit. Okay, something else going on there.
I don't know why my phone doing this. This is crazy.
Okay, we can hear you, but you're muffled. There's a feedback. I can hear myself talking.
Okay.
So whatever device you're seeing us on, or whatever device you're seeing us on, just turn down the volume on that.
All right, hang on a second.
Okay. TV.
All right, you hear me better?
Yes, hearing you better.
All right. So,
I saw the video with the girl that got raped and stuff there. But the reason why we just kind of think about it, because I have 2 girls now. I mean, I just have a baby that born around 4 weeks now, and I have an 11-year-old daughter. And so
so hold on there. Let me tell you something. So we have this thing where we usually cut off anybody who is on a different topic once we move forward. But because I revisited the topic and you called in, then I'll give you the floor. But after you, we would like to move forward to the Matthew Hyde story. So go ahead and say what you have to say.
Yes. I'm just thinking that what are the chances that this girl just get raped by these guys just like that? Is it a case where one of these guys is her boyfriend or what? If you know.
Like, yeah, them situations, they're happening a lot too, right? We don't know. What I was told is one of them grabbed our book bag and was running with it, and she was running after him to get the book bag back, and him run into a house. And she ran into the house behind him. And when she ran into the house behind him, there were others that ran in as well. And now she was in there with a group of guys. And from there, everything else transpired.
But I hear, I was watching, like I said, on YouTube, and I hear...
Yeah, Yo-Yo is also here saying that it says that one of the boy were her boyfriend.
Right. So, because these... No, when you have kids, when you have girls, and you see stuff like this happen to them, it really heart-wrenching, because as a father and as a parent, you know, I would not want this to happen to my daughter. But then again, when stuff like this happen and the rage that you are in, no telling what exactly you will do, because that's your child right there.
Right.
You know, and so it is, you know, like I said, when I look at the videos them and I see what really happening, and I looked at my daughter, I try to talk to her the best way that I possibly can. No, I'm not telling any parents how they need to raise their daughter and what action they need to take, because that's your child right there. And I know for me, God would have to really hold me. I mean, really hold me for me to not react. Because that is not something that is going to go away. You know, when stuff like this happens to your kids and to your girls, that's not going to go away.
Right.
That traumatized them for a very long time.
Yeah.
And not only that it traumatized them, it's there on the internet for a very long time.
Right.
You can't hide it.
Right. And everybody see it now, and everybody know her face now, and yeah.
And so that the repercussion from that, meaning what it does to you, the impact that it leaves on you to face people out there. Trust me, I know. I mean, I never have anybody that been into that situation, but just sympathizing and know that it's not going to be easy to deal with.
Right.
So the thing that I was looking at, though, I wonder if she could avoid running into the house. You know.
In hindsight, but it's gone now.
Well, that's a true still. You know, a true still. But anyway, look up yourself still. You know, you're doing a good job. Keep up the good works.
Manners and respect, sir.
All
right. Yeah. So back to this now. We would like to go forward with the Matthew Hyde. So no more of that story about that young lady and that. All right. So for Matthew Hyde, it says that the University of West Indies torture victim is suing for a significant sum. And that story says a civil case is being brought against Matthew Hyde, even as defense attorneys petition to keep his prison time down as low as 3 years in his criminal case for the 2023 torture and forced captivity of his ex-girlfriend. Abika Gordon, attorney representing the female complainant, told the Observer Online that proceedings have been initiated for the civil matter in which she is seeking a significant sum of money in compensation for the physical abuse and mental toll that she endured during the 3 days of captivity and torture at the hands of Hyde. Now, I want you to put your mind into this space right here. Somebody lock you up for 3 days and nobody can find you. Them have you lock up for 3 days, plug in the iron and make the iron get hot, and burn you upon your body with it, leaving iron marks, burn you upon your body with it, leaving iron marks, burn you all over your body with it. That is what he did. Gordon made the disclosure following the adjournment of Friday's session of Hyde's sentencing hearing, during which one of the reported abuse was detailed, which included iron burns to the girl's face. Not just on her body him burn the face too. He burned her back, he burnt her breasts, he burnt her arms, he burnt her body jaw them, burn up her buttocks. Then beatings were administered with a belt. And then he used his fist after the belt, as well as kicks. She get thump up, kick up, beat with a belt, iron mark, hot iron branded all over her. During the proceeding, Patrick Peterkin, Hyde's attorney, confirmed that the defense has the intent to pay some form of restitution, but could not at the time say what that amount would be. For his part, Peterkin's extensive presentation included the content of an evaluation citing Hyde's history of psychiatric challenges. It found that Hyde suffered from physical and emotional abuse, chronic post-traumatic stress disorder, and borderline personality disorder. He is not, however, unable to be reformed, Peterkin read to the courts. The young man's own childhood abuse and depressive episodes were also laid before the courts for consideration. Peterkin further cited the report, which stated that Hyde did not show an immediate risk of violent behavior. Them a try have it always and can't have it always, you know. The attorney even proceeded to call for forgiveness as he reminded the court of the Christian nature of this country. He spoke for over an hour, citing a list of similar cases in which abused victims had been put through a trial and the defendants showed no remorse, highlighting the contrast to Hyde. Peterkin also stressed to the Observer Online that his client was remorseful about the incident. Hyde pleaded guilty in September of 2024 when he was offered the option, sparing himself and the complainant the potential stress of an actual trial. Now, along with the charge of grievous bodily harm with intent, which encompasses the burns and the beatings, Hyde stands accused of malicious communication stemming from accusations that he shared nude images of the complainant with at least one person. He will also be sentenced on charges of false imprisonment. So I guess the false imprisonment is different from kidnapping charges. Peterkin, his attorney, wants any penalty for the less severe charges of malicious communications and false imprisonment to be treated as part of time that Hyde had already spent in prison. The sentencing will continue on December 9th at 2 p.m., exactly 1 year and 10 months after the complainant were rescued by police from Hyde's room at the George Allen Hall at the University of the West Indies, Mona campus, and he was taken into custody. Is on campus, him have our lock up in our room, you know. The Crown will then respond to Peterkin's submission before sitting judge Justice Carolyn Ty Powell, who will determine how much time, if any at all, the 21-year-old will actually spend behind bars. Listen, so you see the picture them with her body burn up with the iron. We saw those pictures. And when we saw those pictures, we thought, because I actually did an icon where for the video where I block out our face. But I was wondering who posted those pictures and how we got to them. And they're saying in court that he actually him take them and him share them with at least one person. Well, the one person that must have shared them to the internet, and then the internet has them to where many other people shared them, right? Jamaican girl need to learn self-defense, let good sense prevail, and let the law have its course. He wasn't mental until he did this, right? Right. Oh, please. If that was my daughter, another person, Stella Gray Passmore says, boy, Tuntun is a powerful thing and it may carry you as shorty. It make men want to kill you. Check Hyde, it's serious. It make them want to torture you. Jaja, ego is something else. DPP can't help. Reggae girl say, I'm color that they are using and talking about mental health. And D3D says these men want the womb in jail. S Diva said lock up him Ross. And Nitty Bitty Crafters, big up yourself, says he makes me sick. Well, there's some more to his story. It's funny how now that he has been caught in this situation, I can't help but to think his attorneys have said to his family, gathered up everybody and said, listen, this is as serious as it gets. And the only way we are going to minimize his prison time significantly is if we come up with a story that is equally, leave people equally flabbergasted as to what he did comparison to what, you know, he has been through and his own story to match it. Because them have to go find some kind of sympathy and some kind of way to humanize him, because what he did was just demonic, animalistic. Locked her up in his room for 3 days, tortured her, beat her, thump her, kick her, beat her with belt, plug in the iron, make the iron get hot, brand her all over her body. His attorney is proposing 4 years sentence for the alleged torturing of his girlfriend. The lawyer from Matthew Hyde, the university student who held his then girlfriend captive in a dorm room and tortured her in 2023, the attorney has proposed that he be given a sentence of no more than 4 years. The sentencing hearing is to continue on December 9th, like I just said, and when the prosecution will respond to the authorities cited by the defense. Attorney at law Patrick Peterkin has asked Justice Carolyn Ty Powell to consider a sentence of between 3 and 4 years. The lawyer, in a more than hour-long plea in mitigation, urged the judge to bear in mind his client's personal circumstances and say he has undergone personal and psychological challenges since he was a child and is currently diagnosed with borderline personality disorder. I wonder if they got somebody to doctor some paperwork to say he was diagnosed with borderline personality disorder. Because if paperwork say he was diagnosed with borderline personality disorder recently, then that clearly shows that they're trying to use this as a get-off, right? And another thing is, Hyde's parents, his dad in particular, they can afford for him to have proper treatment and counseling and psychotherapy and all these things. So if he was diagnosed with borderline personality disorder, among other things, was he getting treatment, and is there a track record of treatment administered over a period of time predating what he did to this young lady? Because if there isn't, then again, clearly it shows that they're trying to use this as a get-off, right? Right. I still remember seeing the videos. She got burnt up badly, and not the videos, the pictures. And there was a video. There was a short video to it, and then some pictures. She got burnt up pretty badly. Live on the air with SouFlo. Good morning.
Yes, I just wanted to add something to the program.
Yes.
Matthew Hyde is grandmother is Beth Hyde. She filmed the star in Royal Palm Estate. Royal Palm Estate.
Right.
Series.
Right. And I think when we did it, when we did it the first time, we had covered that.
Okay.
I believe wasn't his father in there as well?
No.
It was his grandmother?
Yeah, Juvenile Hyde.
Okay.
Everybody was
Royal Palm Estate.
That's her grandson.
That's her grandson.
Yeah,
and his father owns a prominent business in Jamaica as well. Yes, and his father is at the forefront. Yes, uptown people. Uptown people. Proper uptown people.
All money.
Yeah, money is there.
All money, yeah.
All right, sir. Yeah, he's saying it's old money, right? His family has money and it's old money. What he was saying is that Matthew Hyde's grandmother acted in a series called The Royal Palm Estate in Jamaica. I guess you can go look it up and see. And that he's from a prominent family and is old money, that their family and whatever. I know that his dad is the owner of a prominent business in Jamaica that has to do with printing, but is a certain kind of printing. You'd have to watch my old video because I did my research, proper research, and had all the information in front of me then. I think his company was the first to bring this kind of printing to Jamaica, and they are wildly successful in what they do, and the company is still there and still growing and still doing big things. So that's what I was saying. Like, if he was diagnosed with all these things from before, and then there's the part where his attorney is saying that, you know, he was abused and all these other things, and no one know who abused him. Who abused him? Because his family is well off, so to speak. So who was his abuser? Are they willing to disclose all that? You know, I mean, not buy it. I'm not buying it. I just truly think that this is just a getaway. Now, with that said, I want you to understand a couple of things, and I'm going to make a prediction. In, say, the United States of America, if you lock somebody up in a room for 3 days and they could not get out, and you punch them, kick them, beat them with a belt, plug in an iron, burn them all over their body, to include burn their face, you're going to prison for a long time. I'm talking about the minimum I could see you getting in the US for that is about 25 years. At a minimum. At a minimum. That girl must have been scared as hell. She probably thought he was definitely going to kill me. Because 3 days in and nobody don't find her. In the US, you would get a minimum of 25 years for something like that. Now, mind sharp if you wouldn't get life without the possibility of parole. Remember, you don't have to kill somebody to get life without parole. People, just go look up similar cases where kidnapping and torture is involved, and you will see that people have been sentenced to 100 years, 120 years, these kind of things. So for his attorney to come out now asking for 3 to 4 years max, to include taking off whatever time he's already been behind bars. That's an attorney, that's your job, that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to make sure that your client get the least amount of time behind. He's doing what he's paid to do. So I'm not too mad at the attorney. However, everybody who said this says he should get a lot of time behind bars. Well, except for the Jamaican woman that said him too pretty. Figured the time in a prison in Jamaica. Him pretty, skin pretty. No man, I think him can do prison time at Jamaica. I'm too pretty for prison. They must go find some next way to punish him. Here's my prediction, right? My prediction is this. My prediction is that he will not get a lot of time behind bars. For all the reasons that we just spoke about. he will not get a lot of time behind bars. They're going to say that he made a mistake and they don't want to damage him any further. And given his fragile state and his own issues, they're going to recommend that he gets counseling, therapy. I wouldn't be surprised if they even says time served or hit him with time and then say sentence suspended. That means, because there's that possibility, right, where he can get, say the judge says, gives you 10 years, but suspend it. 10 years suspended means you have 10 years on the books that you owe the state. But we're going to let you go on good faith. Now, if you do anything in these 10 years, or if you do anything for the next 10 years or however long the judge says, you come back in here to do 10 years in prison. There's just all kinds of stuff that they can do. But I don't see him doing a long stretch of time in prison for this right here. Now, if this was the other way around, say for instance, a dark-skinned Jamaican ghetto youth, as you want to call him then, did this. And this was a uptown girl, light skin, carry the same aesthetics as Hyde. They would put him under the prison in Jamaica. They would have buried him under the prison. First of all, you get a youth. Why you have the uptown with the man them good data? Eh? Why you have the uptown with the man them good data? That's the first thing they would be like, you don't even belong up here. You're out of your league. And I'm sure our father didn't know about you. Else he would have nipped it in the bud. And this is what you do to her, mess up her pretty white skin. They would bury him under the prison. But it's the other way around. I saw the girl that is the victim of Hyde. She's a dark-skinned girl from the lesser class, as you would say, right? She's not from uptown. She's a dark-skinned girl. So let's give him about 3 years to 4 years. And then let's take off time that's already been served. So let's make sure, say, him only staying there a little short period of time so he can come out and get back to him life. I mean, look who him born up. I know like he's nobody when nobody really high up care about. Not true? And she's not related to the Chongs and the Wangs and the Issas and the Matalans and the, you know, she's not one of those. So it's no big deal. Yep. Watch and see what happens. I'm going to keep my eye on this case because we're not going to talk about it no more past here. So I'm going to keep my eye on it. And I'm going to... remember I said this. The 22nd was supposed to be the day that we were supposed to hold the church accountable. I'm going to talk about that tomorrow morning. Concerning Lieutenant Stitchy and what they have done for him. Fundraiser, raising money for his therapy after his stroke. Remember we said last month on the 22nd, we're giving them till this month on the 22nd. Today is the 25th. Obviously, the 22nd fell on the weekend, right? 21st, 22nd was... Okay. So we'll talk about that tomorrow. Yes, she's not from the Tapanaris family, Bob Cosmic. She not them people they picnic. So it's not that important. It's not that important. Well, I mean, I tell you, you see, in Jamaica, we really have two justice systems. But take it from me. Take it from me and watch this space. Because when the verdict come down, them said December 9th, they'll be in December 9th for the reading. When the verdict come down December 9th, which is not too far away, I guarantee you, my bet, he will not be doing a lot of time in prison in Jamaica. He will not. And we all know why. And we can't do nothing about it. Think about that. Yes, Naya TV, Jamaica really does deal with classism. Big time. Big time. Now let's talk about politics, because that is our last one for the morning. The politics things are going. A time for politics and politricks again. Right? I wonder how Major Andre McDonald is doing. Andre McDonald. Who is that? Bob Cosmic. Andre McDonald. Why that name sound familiar? Major Andre McDonald. The one that was, is that the guy that showed up? Oh, Beach's son. He's doing fine. He's in prison in the US. Beach's son. In the prison in the US, rob him time. Major McDonald will probably be getting a lot of respect behind bars, believe it or not. Yeah, because you know, a lot of people wanted to victimize, a lot of people wanted to throw him under the bus and say, you wicked Rasio, including myself. When it first happened, I was like, you kill the people, them girl pick me, you're a workless man. Like, you had choices. You could have done this, that, and the other. Divorce her, make sure go on about our business. But watching that trial from start to finish, I don't want to open up any old wounds. I hope her parents don't see this, but I also hope that those who saw it take a page out of the book here as to how one might contribute to one's own demise, if you understand what I said. Yeah, there were some bold steps that were taken in that case by the victim, Andreen. Some very bold steps that were taken in that. Heights of disrespect. And it didn't work out in our favor in the end, you know. Me still say him could have deal with it different. Him didn't have to kill her. But, you know, I don't know. Games were being played, man. Games were being played. So, if you know anything about being locked up in the States, nobody in here now gonna do nothing to him. So, like, he'll be all right. Him just have to do him time. He just got to do his time. And they usually have mad respect for people who were in the military, as long as you don't come in there as a child molester, or you don't come in there as a baby killer or a rapist. If you come in there as any of those, then you got problems. But he came in there under, you know, you got to think it's a lot of other men in there who are in there because of dealings with women. So they're probably going to side with him anyways. He'll be all right. He'll be all right. You just have to do him time. Get big, do your time, and come on out. Yeah. Sad that it went down that way. But I was shocked hearing the details when they were coming out in court. I was shocked. Yeah. Sometimes you see people face you don't know what going on behind the scenes, you know. Everybody was praising, oh, she's such a very well put together woman, and she is very successful, and she is highly educated, very intelligent, and you never know, say, the behind the scenes behavior was completely different from the upfront behavior. Yeah. That's all we can say. Is it was shocking. It was. She gave him the bakery, Bob. She gave the bakery. It's so bun. But yes, but it's not just the bun, it's the way in which she did what she did. The way in which she did it. Not justifying any of it. Like, there's no reason to kill her. There was no reason to kill her. In my book, me not do me woman nothing. If I that show on do, I that show on do. Just know, so when I find out that that's it for us. But, and I would thank God. I've said this before and I'll say it again. I would actually thank God for making me find out. Me not just say, God, you know what? I think you know, said this did go on a long time. You didn't let me find out for a reason, and you let me find out now. So thank you for letting me find out now, because I know what to do now from here on forward. And that means the coast is clear. So now you can actually go court somebody properly. All the little things them were used to tick me off about her, me to have them in my mind, and me to make sure say whoever me deal with next don't have these things about them that I was putting up with trying to make this relationship work, right? You just fine tune yourself now for something better in the future, kind of thing. Even though you know you never know, because things can go sour in the end. But at the same time, ain't no reason to kill nobody. People are gonna be people. People are gonna always do what they want to do. And one thing me know for sure is that anybody can get burned. It no matter if you're Mr. Stroke It Right. It no matter if you're Mr. Make Her Come 50 times at night. It don't matter if you're Mr. Man with the rod of correction. It don't matter if your money long from Yasa to Beijing and back. It don't matter all woman you get born to. It don't matter if you are Beyonce. It don't matter if you're the richest, most talented and beautiful Esther. It don't matter what. People are gonna do what them do, regardless. You know what I mean? So it's just a part of life. You're either with somebody loyal or you're with somebody disloyal. Pray for discernment. When you see the signs, follow the signs if you want to follow the signs. Or wait for more to be revealed. Eventually, it will be revealed in time. And if that's the case, when it happens, pick up your things and go about your business, but nobody kill nobody. You don't own nobody. You don't own nobody. It was for a time. It was for a time. You get your turn. Your turn is now up. Move along. That's it. I ain't killing a soul. The amount of women out here, beautiful, intelligent, accomplished women who are out here in this world. Me now figure dash way for myself. I said, put me in a cage with beer man in there for the next 25, 30 years. That don't make no sense to me. That don't make no sense to me. That's you saying, please put me in a cage with beer man. When me go shower, me want to shower in the shower naked. Me want to see beer man around me. When me wake up a morning time, me want to see beer man around me. When me go use the toilet and do them, me want to see beer man next to me a grunt. Me push out for them shit too. That's put me there. No, Sam, me not hate myself that much. She get catch one. Go where you're going. You just opened up the door for me to go explore God's beautiful garden of creation. Me want to see what comes next. The future is bright. I'm super optimistic. There's something in here that is for me. Let's see. You know, I say, not just round, but in a you too. Boy, too much bullying and a pen then, no sir. Me not belong in there, and I'm not trying to go in there. Yeah, that's what I say. I shouldn't kill her. With his rank in the military, he a boss life, the man couldn't live. Boss life, he might live prison life. With his expertise and training what him have, and him rank in the military, he throw away a lot. Him really dash away a lot. That's why I don't like when Hubs say I'm his property. I don't like it. Says Cat's money. Cat's money say what time our Hubs say she ain't property, she don't like it. Yo say a fox so floor. Some people think that a bedroom game is enough to not let another person stray. Here one, let me tell you one story, you see? What wait there. You see? Hold on. Okay, I'm not even seeing that call anyways. Check it. Me can tell you from personal experience, okay? So life deal of karma. Hold on there. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning.
I'm SouFLo.
Morning, my brother. How you doing?
I'm going to hold on, you know, giving thanks.
All right, sir. Talk to you now. Go on.
Yeah. Notice the brothers losing self-esteem sometimes, and they think they can live. Vice versa, women too. They do crazy things. That's why sometimes women even sacrifice their children, even to pedophiles. So come back to the point. When a man make a clip making chip leak,
or a woman make her addicted, make her chiclet, then it can create very serious problems. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So we have to stay focused. You can't give up life and go to prison, go hang around just with man. But not just that alone. You end up in a prison and we end up leaving our children behind sometime and do all kind of foolishness.
Right.
You know, it has impact on families.
Right.
You know, so people do crazy things and not even think about the ricochet effects and you know the implications they have on people they leave behind. You know, so it's a pity. But most of something on another point. You see, you them with the them thing that we look at people and people and people in Jamaica within a schools I like boy and with there and this boy they hide. You see, fathers like me, you know, when we lose it and make an example out of them people there, the world react in a weird way, you know. But what they do, they expect fathers like us to do after such damage has been done.
Right.
Them thing, you know. So if somebody do a vigilante thing, nothing will happen or what?
Right.
You know, and you don't think I should have people.
Yeah.
You know, them thing I make even parents who have been through all the trauma with them own pit. I say, yo, more and hold them boy. You understand? I'm not supporting any form of violence. I'm just saying it's normal as a human being that you react that way.
That you would react that way.
You see?
Yeah.
Yes, and I noticed that we are ready to forgive certain people for certain things, and then when it comes to other people, we want a different treatment.
Right.
Come on. You know, this is the reason why Haiti end up the way it is. People don't know that. You know, yes, Jamaica can become 82.0, but nobody, we not study. We have to do a field study of countries like Grenada who went through certain things and they've got things back on track. It's not rosy, but they're, you know, going on the right track. So we have to use Caribbean examples over the past 40 years. I'm old enough to do that, so I see history repeating itself. But there are certain things happening in Jamaica, you know, with structure, with family. Man, a kill woman and police agreed, soldier agreed, everybody agreed. I think the people realize that women, you know, should respect women no more. Right. Show me the greatest man when I born out a woman. Mama, I know somebody listen, but show me a man born out a batty.
See.
All of them come out a woman. Look how great him is.
Right.
So if women of your ball to pay in the rural out there, and women of your ball to teachers in Jamaica of your ball to certain things, we are treating women in too bad.
True.
And that's why boy down to so the boys can get an example where it's that girl there. You know?
From an early age. From an early age. Yeah. Exactly.
So it's become it's endemic. It's a part, it's instilled in the youth then.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. So we have to bring back the glory of the black woman. If we don't do that as a black man, we're gone. We as black men, if we don't restore the black woman dignity, we're gone.
Now, this conversation right here could take us all morning though. Cause you know what? Let me tell you something. You see that we just touched on this up. This is what was on my paper this morning for discussion. Now we have to go leave it for another morning. So I had written down. Me and wifey and the kids went to go see a movie over the weekend, and the movie Wicked was, you know, she left the movie heated. And I think she did a review or something, but I was passing through that side of the house. I'm gonna leave our panda side of the house if we do our thing while I'm over here in my office area doing my thing. I'm gonna pass through. I'm here. I said something about something like how the black woman is so disrespected and she is so sexualized and overly sexualized and whatnot. But immediately I said, that's funny, because who sexualizes the black woman more than she herself? And then, of course, the conversation got heated. So I was telling her, I said, man, we can't even have a conversation without you turning it into an argument. You know, this will be a very interesting conversation to have. So I said, you know what? I'll have this conversation with my audience. But we are run out of time this morning. So we will have that on the list tomorrow morning. The returning of the black woman's glory and what that would entail.
And also, don't forget to mention the role that what Hollywood also plays in keeping us in line and also making us think along a certain line, and it's a part of social experiment. So I won't take up your time. I wish you a wonderful day.
All right, manners and respect.
All right, bye.
Bye-bye. All right, yeah, very interesting, and what that would entail. All right, back to what we was talking about before now. I was about to get into, just to give you an example. Anybody can get cheat on, right? Because me member personally, me a whop a man thing. And this brother always, I mean, I used to hang out close enough to this guy to hear him talk about you know, how him represent and him do this and him do that. And I swear to you on everything I love, when me I put work on for him girl used to say stuff like, oh, me, do it like can't do it. Do it, same name John. Do it like John can never do it. Oh, do it like John can never do it. Ah, she used to do the most weird sounds and ball out and want to scrape me up with her fingernail. And me have my own woman, you know, so me have to try like restrain her, because she had try like suck on for me with her mouth and scrape me up with her finger. It was always intense with her. Like, me would have really start like a one end of the bed and then she would have end up way up on one next part of the bed and I drop off at the bed. And we don't know. It's like she couldn't handle it, but she always come back for it. So, and she would even like text me. There, me work and she text me and she was like, I want something to hurt. I want you hurt me up today. I'm a pass through and I want you to do this and I want you to. Imagine you have your woman in your yard, right? And at that, she a text man on the side say she want him hurt her up today. And she want him do this and do that. And then when him a do it, she has said, do it like SouFlo can't do it. Do it like him can't match this. Do it like... Boy, hear me I say. I don't put that past nobody. All me know say, me live long enough to say all that. If soft like a butter head with love, no, the man no soft like no Ross butter, the girl wicked. Queen's Rock Radio is just a wicked girl. But me never know it them time there. Them time them did young and wild. And me feel like say, you know, conquering another man's woman was a notch on your belt. It was a big stripe. I'm not into that kind of life no more. Right? I mean, no one knows as a big man say a nastiness that because they actually lived together. So you can imagine man and woman will live together and usually them not even use protection and stuff. She go up on her pills or whatever, or take her control, and him that a film dumping ground, pretty much, right? Now that we're grown. So now me did I play up in this man dumping ground where him pop off regular. I feel like I'm doing something. Me a playing a film, plaka wallow up. Now, sir, me not in them something there no more. You know, knowledge comes or came to me with age. So over the years, I've departed from them wicked life and them wicked type of girl there. But women and men are both out here like that. You know, them in a them committed relationship, but the passion is not at home. The passion is with a stranger or somebody on the side. And them I tell the person on the side to do it like you can do it. Yeah, if you wifey, your husband, if you're not turn up the things them, he's probably somewhere else telling some girls, do it like Sharka can't do it. Yeah, Sharka never do that one here before. Give me that style there. Are you there? Wicked people, wicked Ross people. Yeah, man. So yeah, to talk about my man, son, Beach's son, the major, and you know how much he gave up to I don't know if him think him could have beat that case there, or him just did decide to man frigate yeah man, or if things really happened in a sequence where he had no control over it. You know, people were fight all the time and make up. That's why I said them relationship they're dangerous. Yeah, you know, fight all the time and have lick each other all the time and fling knife off him and run down him with a knife and him run you down with a hammer and fling it so and it miss and then tomorrow on made up. And I don't know why we were fighting like that. You know, babe, come here, give me some. And it's so cause so intense. Cause we did a fight yesterday, I will make up today, and then tomorrow on the fighting again, and flings it now for you, flings it. Suck you all, keep out them. I don't know, cuss each other. Them relationship there almost always end up with that one time you thump her the right way. It was in the center of her chest or in the side of her head, and you kill her. She fall down the steps, them broke her neck, unconscious, something. And now you find yourself in a position where you're like, oh, damn. Right? Live on the air with SouFlo. Good morning.
Hi, SouFlo. Good morning.
Morning, family. How you doing?
Good. You talking about the case in Texas, right?
Yeah, but just in passing, because that's not on our topic this morning. I was just I was talking in general though about somebody asked where he's at or how he's doing. I said he'll be fine. He's in prison, but I was just saying in general about toxic relationships and how they end badly a lot of the times. You know, like in his relationship, it was super toxic, and it ended with it looked like both of them were egging it on and not willing to just completely cut loose and let go. And it ended with somebody being dead and then another person doing time in prison. And they have a child, and their child now has no parents.
Exactly.
Right. So that part, that was just drawing a parallel to that.
So something I detect is these men want to kill this woman. There are too many women. You woman kick and you go find another one.
That's my thing. That's my mantra. That's my mantra. Just go find another one.
Exactly.
Yes.
That's all.
All right. I'll pass that along. I'll pass that along.
I take to my people, I'm only killing for my kids. Somebody violate my kids, I'm killing for them. If not, it's not worth it.
It's not worth it. I agree. I agree.
Yep.
Absolutely. All right. I appreciate you. Thank you.
Have a nice.
Sorry. Have a nice day. Yes. Have a nice day. Yeah. It ain't worth it. It's not worth it. Me not got nobody prison for that. I left all this goodness out here for somebody else enjoy. Me want some of this too. Show me the door. My bags are packed. Me might cry a little bit because I invest too much in it already, but me sure me can get over that. I'll get under one to get over another one. Yeah, just like that. What was there? The best way to get over one is to get under the next one. That's toxic as hell too. Cuffing season soon come. Death with laugh. Reggae girl says, SouFlo, you talk it like it's easy, but remember when you're invested, it's hard to walk away from some things. No, hell no. Hey, listen, I'm not tooting no horns or nothing. I just live differently. Listen to me good, right? I might be called emotionless sometimes. I don't know if being in the infantry taught me how to compartmentalize and separate. I can love you to death today. I can love you to death today. Like, I'll take a bullet for you today. You see, if you make me feel like you're not worth it tomorrow, that love that gets snipped tomorrow, just like that. You could be the worst thing on earth to me tomorrow. I literally control my mind in that manner, right? Which is dangerous for me to even be in a relationship because, so for instance, wifey pissed me off today. It take about 7 to 10 days for me to like look on her again, like, you know, this beautiful woman who I'm so in love with kind of thing. It's not an on-off switch, but I switch on and off like that. So investing, I don't invest in nothing that I can't get up and walk away from. Nothing when it comes to relationship. So we can get up and walk away from the relationship, and whatever it is that was there, you can have. I'm out, and I could get it back, kind of thing. So no, I'm not gonna be there. Oh God, me invest so much already, and the bunna kill me, but me have to stay, and she really don't. This and me have to. No, the only reason I might stretch a relationship is for stability for my children. But I try my best so my children have stability. So my children could say, Mommy and Daddy is in the same house, and Mommy and Daddy. I grew up with my mommy and my daddy, and I could run to Daddy over here, I could run to Mommy over here, and I have the luxuries of this and that. But past that, ain't stretching too far for nothing. If I love you, I go above and beyond for you. I go above and beyond even further than you. But once it's sinking in my mind, say, this ain't it, just know, say, I will equally go above and beyond with the same vigor to make sure, say, you is no more in my circle, my sphere, my kind of thing. That's life, man. You have to be like that. You got to be like that. Remember me talk to I spoke to my audience, and when we spoke about being able to let go of people, being able to compartmentalize, because the people who you start out with on a journey are usually not the people you end up with on the journey. Is very few people are going to be there through your whole ride on this thing, on this journey. A lot of people who you think are going to end there with you or be there with you when you finally hit a certain level or reach a certain plateau, they're not going to be there. They're not going to be there. So I'm not afraid to Lego people. I just look at it as divine order. You know, served your purpose in my life. You taught me some lessons that I needed and couldn't have learned them any other way. So the universe sent you this way to teach me this. Now me know. Took my lessons, moving forward. And that's it. Yeah. That is what to be a peace of mind. That is the way to be, is a peace of mind. Yeah, if you can't control it. If you, I genuinely practice this. If I cannot control it, I don't worry about it. I'll give it thought for like 5 or 10 seconds, like, this might be happening, that might be happening. But then my sense says, is this something you can control? Is this something you have any say in? If the answer is no, I'll wash it right out of my brain right away. I'm going to think about something else that is more meaningful to me. Love yourself before someone else. That way you don't care. Lego negatives. Yes. Yeah, I mean, love me. Me truly love me, you know? So if you don't love me like how me love me, then me sorry, me can't love you neither. But me love me. You have to love me like how me love me. Me want the best for myself. I want the best for others. I want the best for myself too. But if you can't want to love me so much that you want the best for me and you genuinely, like, you will sacrifice giving me the best like I would for you, then you're not for me. And then once me find out say you're not for me, then that's that. Married women cheat, says Nan, all the time. Married men do too, all the time. Marriage don't mean a damn thing. Let me tell you about marriage too. Ring per finger, that don't mean nothing. I make a joke about this all the time. I say a man with him wedding ring on, pawning naked titties that don't belong to his wife, right? Feel up crutches that don't belong to his wife. Same thing with a woman with a ring per finger. One body in her hand and she do things with it and it's not her husband body that. So ring per finger don't mean a damn thing. What else? That piece of paper and that you both sign don't mean a damn thing. Vows, don't mean a damn thing. Marriage is a state of mind and a commitment that two people make towards each other. And if that ain't it, you can dash with the ring, you can tear up the paper, you can, because if you're not married, yasa, then you can dash with the rest of it. The rest of it is just a facade, you know? Dash with it. You have to married mentally. You have to married mentally to where you can say, I don't see nobody else but my wife. I don't want nobody else but her. And she have to be in the same space. I don't see nobody else but my husband. Yeah, there are a lot of good-looking guys out there, but I don't care. I don't see them. My husband, I feel my husband, I feel my man. I feel me that. That's my fine. That's my Mr. Right. That's my... If she ain't thinking about you like that as a man, I know your wife that, brother. And if he ain't thinking about you like that as a woman, that's not your husband, miss. See it? See it? Lads. That's true. It comes before the paperwork and all that. The attitude, the mindset comes before the paperwork and the ring. You know, people be like, wait, like I explained, somebody had asked this question, SouFlo, can you explain from a man's perspective how come like a man will be with a woman for like 5, 10 years, 15 years, he'll never marry her, but he stayed with her and, you know, he says he loves her and acts like he loves her and everything, but he'll never marry her. And them two would break up, or he would break up from her, leave her, and marry somebody that he met a year ago or 10 months ago. What is that? I was asked that question. My answer to that question is this. It's a choice. It's a choice. It's a choice that both people make. Any man you see that stay with a woman for years and don't actually go do the superficial stuff, the ring, the paper, the sign on the line, the vows, yeah. And any man you see stay with a woman for years and don't do that is because there's something that that woman is still lacking. And even though he loves her, he knows that she gives him divorce vibes. So no matter how long you're there with somebody, you could. I've seen couples date before. Oh, we were together for 10 years and then we got married, and we were married for 2 years and we got divorced. You know what I mean? So we were together for 10 years, dating, got married, and then got divorced 2 years after they got married. And we see that happen all the time, right? Because that man they are wait for something. And what I noticed about some people too is you will give them a whole blueprint on how to love you, how to be the perfect person for you, and they will tell you, say, I ain't doing none of that. You're gonna take me as I am. Or they'll tell themselves that, and it manifests in their way they are towards you. I'm not changing nothing. Okay, well, you're gonna be the placeholder for 10, 12, 14, 15 years, whatever. I'm comfortable with you. We cool. We cool. I'll just keep going until I find the one that says, oomph, this is everything. And then I'll leave your ass and go marry that one. That's just how it goes. Now, if you want to make yourself the placeholder, that's on you. But if you listen to your partner and your partner is telling you what they want from you, then you should give that if that's who you want to be with. Life is simple. Us as grown ass people be making life complicated as hell. 1 + 1 = 2. We be over here with life bored like this. 1 + 1 equals, go around the bend, turn that corner, go 2 paces to the left, come back 2 clicks right, go 40 meters north, come back 75 meters south, 400 miles off to the right, and then around 2. 1 + 1 is 2, man. It's that simple. Your partner said, this is what I want from you. This is what I need from you. You have to make up your mind. This is what this person says they need. They gave me a list of what they need. I know I will never give them this, so I'm out. Or this is what this person says they need. I will work my hardest to make sure this is what this person has from me. Then that person will be like, oh, I got to have you in my life because I gave you the list and you work in the list. It's that simple. It's that simple. People complicate it. And then be like, I'm giving you an ultimatum. You better marry me because it's been 10 years and I'm not staying with no man for 10 years who don't put a ring on it. So if you can't marry me by this year, I'm out. Bye. What happened to the list? You're not on the list. You're not using the list the man gave you. You're not giving him the things he needs, but you giving an ultimatum. If you did the list, you wouldn't have to give an ultimatum. He would marry you. Yeah, but that's life, right? So people make their choices, who they want and who they don't want. Can you work with it? People make their choice, who they want and who they don't want. Laugh my ass off is the kick. Yeah, out the door. At the door, I'm not kicking them. And I don't kick no person. I'm kicking the door. After you leave through the door, I clap the door. Yeah, kick the door. Like, go, go. Go find. You're somebody else's person. You're not my person. My person is, I'm very straightforward and I'm very clear. I give you detail how I want to be loved. If you can't follow that, or if you can't give me these things, then just say that. You like massages? I don't like giving massages. We have a problem. I'm gonna say, okay, I could pay for massages. I like my head rubbed. I don't like closeness. I'm not close. Okay, so she don't like intimacy. All right. Okay. I'll pay all the bills. I just need you to like make sure that my breakfast is cooked. I love coffee. Make me a cup of coffee every morning. I ain't getting up for no nigga make no damn coffee at no 6 in the morning. Make your own damn coffee. Okay, I'll make my own coffee. That's on the list. That's so I can't even tell her I like coffee and she make me a cup of coffee. Okay, the fuck you work for? You know, make your list and tell what it is, and if they abide by, and then that means that's your person. This is somebody that listen. When you want a job, right? Don't you present yourself as if you are qualified for the job? You do, right? Yeah. So the same way in a relationship, somebody was must present themselves so they're qualified for you. You can't go to a job and them say, well, we need somebody, a secretary who's able to type 175 words every 60 seconds, and you over there talking about, I could type 35 words per minute, but I'll try. You're not getting hired. You're not getting hired. If you have to go over there like you own the pot, right? Or you put your best foot forward, you dress yourself correctly, you give eye contact, you know, your mannerism is in check, all that. You have to do the same thing for your relationship with somebody where you want. If you don't want me, then don't try. And if you don't try, then eventually you'll be replaced. I don't have no problem with that. I could use a personal assistant soon, says. Yeah, and stay consistent because some start good and then change over time. Yeah, the ability to adjust. If I can look at, say in a relationship, you're supposed to be able to correct your spouse, right? Or your significant other, and they're supposed to be able to correct you too. You're supposed to be able to pull each other up. They're supposed to sharpen you, and you're supposed to sharpen them. Your spouse is supposed to say, listen, we fallen off. Yeah, we fallen off. We're not doing this. We're supposed to be doing more of that. I'm feeling neglected. I don't feel happy. That's the reason why enough grown people cheat, because they're with somebody who they can't speak to. They can't voice their wants, their needs to the person who they're with. And of course, then comes cheating. Because you can't voice that. People get offended when you tell them, right? What are you getting offended for? Your partner's telling you, listen, I'm not happy. You're supposed to say you're not happy? Oh my God. That's no, I'm dropping everything. Come, let's talk. Why are you not happy? Because this is your person, right? I'm sure if you had a diamond ring on and it was worth $50,000 and you dropped that shit, I bet your ass would be like this. Oh, damn. Where'd it go? Where is it? Oh, I gotta find it. I bet you would be like that. So your person is your diamond ring that's worth a whole bunch of money. So when your person come tell you, I'm not happy, and you go, okay, all right, what you want me to do? Make yourself happy. I can't make you happy. People have to learn to communicate, man. Purpose vlog, plaka. Me laugh tell me. So, but I true me I tell a life me I talk about. From my perspective, anyway. I ask things straight up. I even ask my person how they want me to please them in the bed, like how to touch them and all, cause everyone differs too. Yeah, them kind of thing, the MJ. You have to ask these things, right? I know one size fits all, and it's not automatic. Some days they might want something, but then again, you can't be in a relationship too where too much animosity there. I be telling women this. Like physiologically, men body works different from your body. And all the women them always jump in and say, yeah. But we get dry down there too. So if you piss us off and turn us off, we get dry down there too. Um, Prostitutes who work the blade, the tracks, they show us facts. You can't get dry down there all you want to. You could flat back all day for all your needs. She want a vacation, a fly out. She want money to pay the bills. She want some expensive jewelry and clothing. She want sugar daddy pay something. She want this. She skin out feet. She don't have to like them. Mike could even be there doing this thing and her face over here is like this. It's like, oh, hurry up and get your disgusting ass off of me. I'm not even, and don't kiss me, right? Right? But she still can accommodate. She still can accommodate, right? When a man is not into you, yeah, I've been in one of them relationships where your shit don't even stand up no more because, you don't. I saw something that says that man doesn't have ED. That man is tired of your disrespect and your loud mouth and your this and your I had a list of stuff, right? That it's not ED, is this. And I'm telling people that that's real. That's real. Men's bodies work different from women's bodies. So if you get to know one of them, the relationship that to where she don't really care about your intimacy, she must not care about your intimacy. Any wise woman knows that if she don't care, if she cares about her intimate, like how some women are like, man, I love my husband and I love making love to my husband and I love him making love to me. So I'm not doing nothing to jeopardize that. I don't talk to him out of pocket. I don't be all disrespectful and stuff because then he's turned off, right? If you have a woman who is not conscious of that, I want a woman that will cheat on you because she'll do stuff constantly to piss you off. And then when you can't perform because you not into her, she has to find somebody else to handle it. And then she'll be telling that somebody else, oh, you can't do nothing. When at the end of the day, it's not that you can't do nothing, it's that she is making herself not attractive to you anymore, kind of thing. So this is real. And these are dynamics of relationship that you need to look at. They shall do same for you too. There was a woman that I was with and the vibes wasn't right. So I brought her a pair of shoes so that she could walk, and she did. Free at last, free at last. Oh, cause them send off to buy woman shoes. Cause then we walk out of your life. Bob, FJ says, yeah man. Rush Jada, yo, I saw me do it. Communication is very important. Ask questions and do the person how they like stuff if you love them enough. All right. Vivian Brown says, when things go both ways, both when it's one way, it becomes a problem. It will not work. That's when I call it being selfish. Yeah. But as a relationship got too much complications to the relationship. That's why it's important to like listen to your partner and follow through with what it is that they say. People give you the blueprint on how to love them. It's up to you if you want to abide by that. And then some people get lazy and give up and they don't want to do it anymore, kind of thing. But them expect you to keep on and do it. You must keep on doing all the things you're doing. Like one lady me say, I said, she was like, I'm not cooking you breakfast anymore. You cook your own damn breakfast. Because she cook her husband breakfast. It was an Asian lady and she took off her slippers and threw it after her husband. She sealed it like a frisbee because he said something to her. It was supposed to be a funny video though. But she was like, I'm not cooking your food no more and I'm not cleaning the house no more. I'm taking a break because you pissed me off. But her husband pay all the bills. So I said, damn, that's funny. She has the luxury that when she gets upset, she stops doing all the things that she's supposed to be doing, right? In the bargain of their relationship. Him can't stop. The mortgage is still going to be needing to be paid. Him still have to go pay it. Him still have to go pay the light bill. Him still have to go pay all the other bills them. And in the meantime, she pissed for something so she could stop doing whatever she wants to until she feel good again. She feel like do it again. Yeah. What a life. What a life. The responsibility of a man is something else. My. FJ say I chose SouFLo. I had to be like Christian with my contract. 50 Shades of Grey. Oh, precisely. Precisely. Hey, our last topic for the morning, right? Because we are push up on. I don't know why Kai's so quiet. Our last topic for the morning is the JLP fiasco. JLP, PNP, politics time again. Politricks is happening, and we're not going to spend too long on this. I just wanted to point out some things, right? The great Andrew Holness has rolled out the goodies, it's called. He's rolled out the goodies, and a lot of stuff is being given away now. I was asking my audience, who do you think is going to win the next election in Jamaica? Do you think that Jamaica will be under PNP rule? Or do you think that the JLP has it? This is it. But what happened to June? No one fear one. Brother, if you have a dynamic relationship counseling show, says Capadon Golden Strike. Yeah, we can try that. Right now, I'm working biased right now. I only feel like working. That's why my brother's keeper is the part I feel like working on. Because these broad conversations we have about relationships, you know, it goes both ways kind of thing. It speaks to women as well as men. But me feel like me just need to talk to the man them more time. So, because we need somebody to talk to. We need somebody to talk to. We be going through a lot. Girls have their girls moment and, you know, social media support them and all these other things. Man, you're just out there flying like a junker with one wing. Yeah, you don't really have no support. It's barely a balance. So I think we need fluid space more than anything else. So it'll be the Brothers Keeper podcast for me for, for a while. For a while. Woman have enough people to talk to them, including simps. MJ says, absolutely, MJ. Oh, remember me say? Remember I said that a woman said a stepfather is a man who women date and would never date if they didn't have kids and only date because they have kids. A lot of stepfathers was hurt by me saying that. I wasn't trying to hurt your feelings, bro. I was just trying to tell you what the women are saying, right? Now, here I was watching this podcast, and lo and behold, because I couldn't find when the woman did say it. And lo and behold, what did I find? I found another woman who said the same thing. Matter of fact, now this woman is married, you know. She is married. And I hope to God that her husband sees this. Because anyhow, me did married to a single mother. We have picnic. And she get on a podcast, go kiki her teeth like this in front of some next man and said this. I would leave without notice. Men, sometimes you have to troop on piece of sidewalk, brother. Literally, just troop on piece of sidewalk. True concrete make you broke up your teeth before you go back to some woman. Check this out. Here, this is what she said right here. I wanted to share it. I'm glad I found it. Let me turn up the volume real quick. Hold up. A woman labels her husband a simp for marrying her with 3 kids. She calls her husband a simp for marrying her with 3 kids. In her interview, they asked her specifically, you were out there dating, right? Before you got him, you were out there dating, right? She said, yes. No phone call right now. She said, yes, I was out there dating. They asked her, so all these men you were dating, they all knew that you had children and whatever. She was like, yeah, they all knew. The man said, so how many of them would you say wanted to take up that responsibility? The woman said, out of 100, I would say about 3. She said, out of 100, I would say about 3. 3 simps out of every 100 man. And the one that she married is a simp. If y'all don't know what a simp is, go look up the meaning of simp. But here we go.
If we really feel it. It's the ones we don't like. We make them do it all.
So he ain't like your husband.
I ain't gonna embarrass my husband even more on the internet, but he was a simp and I seen the opportunity and I took it.
Well, I'm saying what his qualities was.
I mean, for one, he accepted the fact that I have 3 kids.
So you got 3 kids too?
I have 3 children.
And the niggas supposed to come with the bag?
They're supposed to come. And that's why you have to have a bag.
Yeah.
Like you gotta take care of me and the kids.
So are you automatically get these responsibilities?
Yeah.
Stop playing.
I'm not playing.
And how many niggas doing this?
I have between 2 or 3.
I'm saying, how many have you ran into in life?
Okay, so let's say I run into let's say I run into 100 dudes, probably about 4 of them.
Yeah, that's about the odds.
Probably about 4 of them. Like, if we really feel it. It's the ones we don't like. We make them do it all.
So he ain't like your husband.
And she currently married
to him. I ain't gonna embarrass my husband even more on the internet, but he was a simp and I seen the opportunity and I took him.
Well,
okay. So for the people that did that cost me, and I say, oh, me misogynistic and all these things. And you see, that wasn't me. That was me repeating what I heard women saying. The stepdaddy is the man that you get with after you got kids, and you would have never been with him if you did not have children, because he really wasn't your type, right? But she went further and said he was a simp. And she saw the opportunity and she took it. And that's why you got to come with a bag, because I got kids and you automatically assume these responsibilities. So back to my brothers now. What I'm saying to you is protect your resources, protect your heart, and protect your resources. Protect your resources, bro. Listen, Missy woman call man broke, we pay for everything for them. And call that man they broke. And she broke as hell, couldn't pay for nothing for herself. But she calling him broke, and he the one that pay for everything for her. Protect your resources, because they cold out here. Brothers be trying to put you onto game when they get all offended. Lord, some of them make all of we look body. Says Audrey Wright, where are the fathers? Where is her money? Nance, she ain't got no money. She got money that her husband got. And that's why he had to come with a bag. And he's a simp. And she saw the opportunity and she took it. And the thing is, she's still married to him. That's why she said, you know what? I'm not going to even answer no more, because I don't want to embarrass my husband any further on this here internet. If Kai quiet, go check on him. We'll still be here. I'll go check on him, but that's him. Let me check real quick. I'll be right back. He was sleeping though. Okay, check it. Here's Papa. Say hi, Pop. Hi. All right. They tell me to come check on you. Lick your lips. Mommy should be picking up Milani soon. Okay. All right. I love you. Good. All right. Go back to your drawing. All right. So Kai is very self-sufficient kind of thing, right? We can hear him clearly, and him have he can't go through no doors or windows in here, because alarm is on every door and every window and whatnot. I know where he's at. I can't hear the scratching go on. So he's into his art, and he's actually around there painting and drawing right now. He got it all laid out in the area, and he's painting and drawing with water-based paint and paint brushes and stuff. So he good. Thank you though. I appreciate you greatly for that. Now, back to this. I want to finish up this topic this morning, I know, but the keeper that dragged me every which way. Yeah, she said that her husband is a simp, and she saw the opportunity and she took it. A mother of 3 kids, she was looking for some man to come and assume the bills and pay for things and be that in-house man. That's what you want. You want be daddy. You stepdaddy, you want be daddy. You want a woman with picnic. All right, bet. Here, handle it. Missed the little outfit check with Milani. Yeah, tomorrow morning we'll go earlier. God spare our life. It was just that a bunch of things happened this morning. You know, life happens sometimes like that. So we had to roll with the punches this morning and make do with what was. I actually wasn't gonna go live. Come here, I said, boy, to get late. The people them probably not gonna tune in because them already off into whatever it is they're doing already for the day. I was surprised to actually see so many of us show up this morning, which tells me that it was worth going live this morning, right? She across this girl. She across this girl, Rash Jada. She wicked, but guess what? A whole heap of them out there were just like that. They just don't say it out loud. Them not really like the man what them married to. They don't really like the stepdaddy. They don't really like the man that's paying all the bills or helping them raise them picnic and all these things. They not like him. They really don't like him. He's not even their type. But you know he's a necessity. So she got just hang on to that. And in those relationships, only for cheating go on to people like listen to your flow, you share a lot of knowledge. Boy, my love, have fun with the people them to hear so and they share knowledge back to me too. That's the fun part. So flow, you know, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Yo yo. Big up yourself, yo yo. Reggae girl say I was waiting, checking in and out. All right, I appreciate that greatly. Nan said we love it here. Missy says there was no outfit check this morning. One person is left out of my pod. You know who you are. One person. I'm gonna check my Gmail today. You and your daughter. I don't want to call your name. You guys are left out of the pod. Everybody else have their tickets already. You're the only ones who don't have your ticket for the Freedom Street concert, and the ticket them still there right there. So I need to link up with you. Hit me up on SouFLoTV at gmail.com so I can send you the link to your ticket so you can print off your ticket and everything. I don't want to arrive at the National Stadium. It's going to be pandemonium that day. It's going to be a lot of people there. We're probably not going to be able to meet up with each other until we get to our designated pod. So I want you to have your own tickets. Just for a backup, I will be carrying the tickets with myself, a copy of the tickets with myself, in case anything happened to you and you can still show up and tell them, say, Page, SouFlo, tell him come to the gate or something. I'll probably be able to pull up a ticket and get you in or something. But link me up. You're the only one that don't have yours. Everybody else has theirs right now. All right? All right. I'll take them place. Dan Yet right says I'll take them place. Boy, the trip here. Everybody pay a hefty sum to be in this, you know, and I know it's gonna be worth it. I know it's gonna be worth it. It's shaping up to be a movie. I can't wait. I can't wait. It's one of those, you know, when you work hard all year. I've been busting my ass all year, man. I have one goal in mind. Well, two goals. One goal in mind this year was to make a significantly more amount of money than I did last year. And another goal in mind is not that we worship money, but we have children and a lot of responsibilities. So financial security is important. Um, but also to get this channel to 400K by the end of the year. And I think we're almost close to that. And then, you know, going to Jamaica is going to be my USA. Chill, have some fun, soak in the ambiance before we get back to it. See, help daddy. Darren Brennan says, help daddy. All right. The last one for the morning. I asked everybody, do you think that Andrew Holness is going to be the next prime minister? Or do you think that Mark Golding is going to be the next prime minister? This question comes off of me seeing the JLP conference they had yesterday or day before yesterday. Man, it was a lot of people show up in a green. It was a sea of green. Look at the icon for this video this morning. You will see a piece of it, right? But here's the thing. There's a lot of trinkets being given away. Yesterday, I got on social media and I said, I don't want anybody to argue with me. I just need Jamaicans who are in Jamaica to respectfully tell me two things that under Andrew Holness administration he has done that will bring fundamental change to Jamaica, and they will benefit Jamaicans, especially those of middle to lower class, for a long time to come. Well, the person gave me 2, and then them say, you want me give you 2 more, SouFlo? And then give me 2 more. Them say, you want me keep going? And I say, yes, keep going, because you're enthusiastic about giving me them. So keep going. So they roll off a list of things that they said Andrew Holness did. Now, my duty was to go verify these things and see if they were just recently put in place because of election time, or if they were put in place throughout his administration leading up to now. What I'm finding is a lot of things are being given to the people now, closer to election time, and I feel some kind of way about that. Yes, the people are getting things, but why did you reserve it until election time? Because it's kind of like saying, to me, it's another way of vote buying. To me, it's another way of, this is how you buy their votes, right? Squeeze them out. Wait till it's close to election time, and then run in and do this and do that. And then they will look at you like, him are the man, cause him do this and him do that for we. So all these things the person was labeling yesterday, I was looking them up and they just got implemented. You know, they weren't implemented like a few years back, like after I first took office, 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019. None of these things were happening 2020, 2021. So I'm like, this to me is like vote buying, you know. But I guess it's a slick way of vote buying, because it's not you going into a community and saying, hey, come here, vote for we, you know, next week at election, hey, see a 20 grand, yeah, right? It's different from that. It kind of makes them look like they're legit because they did things for us. Now, roll with me through this. This article was published this morning, and it says that the Prime Minister rolls out the goodies. PM rolls out goodies. Andrew Holness has announced several measures to ease the burden on Jamaicans in pitch for his 3rd term as their Prime Minister. Listen carefully. So, a widening of the 20,000 tax give-back program, reduction of general consumption tax, or the GCT, on electricity, that's 2. A write-off of some National Water Commission's customers, that's 3. And a waiver of fees for craft vendors were among the goodies that were announced by Jamaica Labour Party leader Prime Minister Andrew Holness. He made the case on Sunday at his party to be given a 3rd term in government. So it was yesterday. Now, delivering the main address at the public session of the JLP's 81st annual conference at the National Arena, Andrew Holness declared that the measures he announced were not just promises. The Jamaican people can see that it is one thing to listen to a bag of mouth and a bag of promise, but nothing that I have said here is a promise, he said. Of all what I have said here is happening, or about to happen, or will happen shortly. Lyrics. Sir, if it's about to happen or will happen shortly, that's promise. Yeah, because it not happened yet. Right. Anyways, Andrew Holness said as he closed the JLP's final annual conference before the next general election that is due by September of next year, which is the deadline, which, by the way, I should say, this is one of the things on my paper to say this morning. In Jamaica, they don't have a set time for election. It's not like in the United States of America, you know that election is every 4 years and it's November. Every 4 years, November, right? In Jamaica, it's Andrew Holness can call it right now. Literally call election before Christmas. Him can call it January, February, March, April, May, June of next year. He could call it whenever he feels like it. Now, I think that needs to be fixed so that we have a steady date and time when our election is supposed to be called. What says you? Because I just feel like said this is just too much power for one individual. And I'm talking about one individual as in anybody who is in position of power at the time, not just him. No one person should have that power to say, I don't feel like calling election yet. Let me ride this out some more. He could have called election already, you know. That's why you hear the people that must say, call it no, Andrew, call it no, call it. And the other side, PNP is saying, time come, but him afraid to call it. He actually has the power to call it whenever he feels like it. He said he would fix that in the first 100 days. Missy Bram Bram said. And did he, Missy Bram Bram? No, he didn't. Promises of comfort to a fool, not my words. Mr. 28 Bank Books, hello. Call it. He has a tremendous amount of power. Anybody who is in that seat, in that position, has a tremendous amount of power. Call it when them feel like call. I'm not gonna call it right now because the climate look too bad. I'm sure we would have lose right now because we don't look too good in the public eye. Let's drum up some support from the public first. Give away a few things. Do a couple of rallies. This, that, and the other. Drum up the support and then call it. You see, if it was set, all that would mean nothing because you would have to work towards that day. The Jamaican people can see, he said, one bag of mouth talking and all that now go work. Jamaica today is a different place than it was 10 years ago, and I'm very pleased to be with you on this journey in transforming Jamaica. Yes, there are still challenges. Yes, there are still hardships. Yes, we see that there are inequities, but it depends, my friends, on the perspective you take. If you take the view that the glass is half empty, then you are looking at the bottom. Your head is cast down. But if you take the view, like all laborites, optimistic, positive, prospecting that the glass is half full, then you are looking upwards, said Andrew Holness as he argued that the government is filling up the glass rapidly. It's half full, but we're filling it up rapidly. And now we are turning our attention to ensure that it overflows to you, Jamaican people, in such a different place that for the first time, Jamaica is in such a different place that for the first time, a party leader can make a speech to his conference, to his supporters, and only barely mention the other people, the opposition party. We are not in a fight with them. They are not in our league, he said. We not running any race with them. We have too many things to show, he said. We have the achievements. For the first time ever, a government can campaign on what it has achieved. A government can campaign on showing the people that will come, not empty promises. If you were to ask yourself who is capable of delivering the future that you want, then it must be the Jamaica Labour Party. This is what Andrew Holness said to a loud cheering crowd of thousands of Labour rights supporters inside and outside of the arena who were gathered for this 81st conference. In a wide-ranging but unusually short address, Andrew Holness reiterated that his administration's push to cut the bureaucratic red tapes, which he said has been slowing development and growth in the economy. Holness then outlined a list of goodies. Here's the list of goodies I want you to hear about. He outlined the list of goodies, starting with 1, a widening of the group of Jamaicans who qualify for the recently introduced $20,000 reverse income tax credit. That means that you're supposed to get back a $20,000. According to Andrew Holness, when payment is, y'all remember when I asked y'all do Jamaicans get income tax return because them pay a lot of taxes? Y'all remember when I asked that? Do Jamaicans get income tax return? Okay. Holness said that he is now widening the group of Jamaicans who qualify for the recently introduced $20,000 reverse income tax credit. According to Andrew Holness, when payment is made this week, it will increase to just over 290,000 Jamaicans to receive this cashback. He noted, however, that there is a set of people that is not captured in the give back because they are not registered anywhere in the government system. Andrew Holness said that starting next February 2025, the government will begin accepting applications from these people who will be subjected to a needs assessment, and if they qualify, they will also get $20,000. The Prime Minister also announced that after the budget is presented next March, GCT, which is taxes on electricity bills, will be reduced from 15% to 7% as the government moves to reduce electricity costs, which is a significant burden for many Jamaicans. So your light bill got cut. He added that the government will remove the non-tax threshold on electricity bills and replace it with a rebate for people who use 200 kilowatts or less of electricity per month. Rebate means you get back money. This will also allow the rollout of prepaid electricity purchase, which was implemented many years ago, but has remained only a pilot. Now the JPS, Jamaica Public Service, will be required to roll out prepaid meters nationally, particularly in vulnerable communities. The first place me go see prepaid meters was in the UK. Matter of fact, it's the only place I've seen prepaid meters, and I haven't been back to the UK in quite a while, but I don't know if anybody here from the UK can tell me if they still have the prepaid meters. Prepaid meters is a meter that's inside of your house, and you control when your light bill come or how it go off or whatever. So we would literally run downstairs and put £5, 50 pence into the meter, and the light would keep going, right? So you pay as you go along, as opposed to, boy, I don't have no money to pay a light bill this month, you know, and the light bill is, say, let's say £250, and you're like, damn, I don't have that money. But day to day, you know, couple of days, you're gonna have like a $10 or so, a $15 there. So you run downstairs into the basement area where the meter is, and you put in your £10 or your £5, and you top it up. Yeah, makes no sense. That's beneficial. That's not beneficial. I don't know. For the people in the UK still, do they still have that? Does it still work like that? Yeah, it's like a prepaid debit card. Nitty Bitty Crafter says, and that is bull. Well, that is what he's talking about. JPS will be required to do. He also told the conference that JPS will be required to introduce time of day pricing of electricity, which will allow its customers to determine when they use electricity so that they can benefit from lower prices. Now, turning to the water challenges facing residents of several communities, Andrew Holness said that his administration will be moving quickly to bring the commodity to communities, or water to communities which are underserved, while making it easier for people to connect in those communities where water is available. All these are promises to me. Him claims, I don't know, promise them here. If it hasn't happened yet, it's a promise. You've been in power since 2016, I think. So 2024 come along, and the same communities that didn't have water in 2016, some of them still don't have water in 2024, and you're telling them that you're going to hook them up with water. That's promise. Now, in addition, an amnesty will be introduced for some people who have been disconnected by the NWC, National Water Commission, because of their unpaid bills. So them are go wipe away your bill, give you back your water, fresh start, you don't have to pay the bill. Wow. For persons who have been disconnected from the NWC water supply for debts 2 years or more outstanding, who are pensioners, or who have been assessed as being in need, the NWC will write off that total debt that is owed. In addition to that, we will waive the reconnection fee. Could you imagine you being a pensioner and you're out without water already for 2 years? Election is coming, you're getting water back, and your bill disappear, and the reconnection fee will be paid by the government. This is aimed at giving relief to those persons who are suffering from weighty bills, particularly those who have had major leaks in their house and them just can't pay. The Prime Minister pointed out that this amnesty will start on January 2nd of 2025 and it will last for 3 months. He also added that other NWC customers disconnected for more than 6 months who visit the company and make an arrangement to pay, they will receive a 50% or higher discount on their debt. So if you owe them $10,000 right now, go on down there, your bill should be about $5,000, $4,000, them range there. Turning to the burden of the cost of public transportation for students, Andrew Holness admitted that the bus fare subsidy offered by the state is unfairly skewed. Me soon done, Papa. You want me? Or are you just hanging out? You could come in, Pop. You good? All right. He declared that the government will fix the problem once and for all and will ensure that all students benefit from reduced transportation costs. By mid next year, 100 more buses will be added to the Jamaica Urban Transit Company JUTC fleet, and a significant portion will be used to establish new routes to urban townships in rural areas, thereby giving more Jamaicans, particularly students, access to subsidized public transportation. Me can tell us where Clarendon me come from. And me can tell us that we don't see no JUTC bus round at them part which part me come from. The Jamaican people them will come from places like Christiana and them place there. Them can tell us that we don't see JUTC buses in any of these rural areas. So it's interesting that we've been saying this for years, and now he's promising that that is going to happen. We will see. On the recent protest by workers in the tourism sector now, because I don't know if you don't know, if you wasn't paying attention, is Bahia Principal, the resort. The people them walk out the other day. All the workers walked out of there and left them there. By mid next year, he said this is going to happen. On the recent protest by workers in the tourism sector over wages and other issues, working conditions, Andrew Holness said that the government will do its part to facilitate negotiations and to ease the cost of living burden on the workers, while favorably examining the relief of taxes on tips, with a final announcement to be made in the next budget. You're going to just swoop in and fix everything. I have noted the concerns of other stakeholders in the industry, particularly those stakeholders in our crafts market who were badly affected by fall off in cruise visitors. To lighten the burden that they face, the government will waive the fee for all craft vendors in government-owned craft markets for the month of December and the month of January, and they will write off any outstanding fees that are owed by these craft members as well. This is designed to ease the economic burden on the craft vendors and give them a head start in the winter tourism season. He added that for craft vendors in Ocharas to St. Anne, who were hard hit by the damage to the cruise ship pier, the waiver of these fees will extend until June of next year when the pier is set to reopen. I also want to announce that next year we will begin the Tourism Worker New Social Housing Program, whereby the government of Jamaica, through the Tourism Enhancement Fund and hotel owners and operators, will partner to build social housing solutions for assessed workers in that sector. The crowd came out, the crowd was huge. I saw a lot of people in green. A whole heap of big promises were made. See them there? Lots of big promises were made. Let's hope they can live up to these promises. With that said, the question remains, who do you think will be the next Prime Minister of Jamaica? And before you go like up this live show, please, all of a sudden we have solutions. Listen, when Andrew Holness said the other day that we have enough money to fix all the roads in Jamaica, that my hat fell off my head. We have enough money to fix all the roads in Jamaica. I said, yes. Look at this. Munchie. Hi, mommy. A lot of people said they missed your session of the morning where you would do your outfit check. How was your day?
Yeah.
Good? Shabako, am I ready, you know? All right. You ready?
Yeah.
You still want to do your outfit check?
Yeah.
Okay, mommy. Come, let's show your hair off first. So she got the hair done differently. Want to show the back of it?
Yeah.
Look at the back. She working that. Turn around, and then the pretty face. Oh, and then daddy's pretty face, girl. Say hi, everybody.
Daddy.
Yes, mommy.
Hello, you.
I'm on 2 computers. And that one is talking different from that one. You see it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Look over here. See that? But look over there. See?
Yeah.
All right. Want to show your outfit off?
Yeah.
She obviously played and dirty up her shoes like she's supposed to do. So we were rocking pink Pumas today. And stand on, daddy. Cause you're heavy. Stand up. You look a heavy self. So Milani had on black tracks today.
Yeah.
Black tracks, drawstring in the waist, and black and pink top. And then her pink Pumas. Right, mommy?
Yeah.
With glittery laces. Very girly.
Glittery.
Your laces are glittery.
Yeah, they're not really like they're
So the people that never got to see you in the beginning, but they get to see you at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I love you.
Mm-hmm.
Don't suck your finger.
Love you.
All right. Jump off on me. Let daddy end this live.
Bye.
Say bye-bye.
Bye.
All right. All right. Mommy dresses her well, says MJ. Yeah. So, all right. So here we are at the end, right? We'll pick up tomorrow where we left off and continue from there. All right. Too bad we work week no short like our school days. too bad we work week no short like our school days them. Yeah, when she left, I come right back. And she said, I've had a full day, a long day. Boy. You know, sometimes I just want to go back to being little, not true? Because we never have a care in the world, boy. We never know about responsibilities and them something that them send we go to school for 4 hours. We feel like we were there for 12 hours. Now we know what 4 hours mean though. Me say, Janet Galloway says she's pretty. Wow. What about the girl beauty? Come on. All right, everybody, we're gonna leave it right here. So for today, manners and respect to everybody tuning in. I appreciate you. I appreciate you greatly. Thank you. Hit the thumbs up button for me as you exit the live. For those of you who will, thank you in advance. Like my granny Miss Ruby said, you have to be good. Go with God and be good. If you can't be good though, be careful. But it's best to be good. All right? All right. One love. I'm out. Peace.